is wrong with you guys? When is this gonna end?
You're not my buddy.
Welcome. If you didn't think Ice-T could breakdance, I've got news for you. He's not just a Raising Cane spokesman. He's not just selling blue boner pills. He's not just a
he does that?
detective on Law and Order. He was popping and locking.
I saw him in 87, 88 at the airport. He had
at the airport.
Yeah, he had a handcuff on a briefcase and this lady with him and a bodyguard.
Oh, and a bodyguard. Was it? It had to be a different lady than.
I mean,
Coco.
It looks similar. Do you know that Power cover, the Ice-T like Power?
Oh, wow.
That's what it looked like. It was like, I mean, I didn't know he was Ice-T at the time, but you know, it's like you look back and like, man, that guy is impressive. You know.
I love it. Well, listen, I'm taking strays. It's unbelievable. You try to do something positive out there and spread the good world. You know, there used to be a time we'd settle our differences with dance. I mean, literally, like Michael Jackson beat it. They danced it off. If you think about Breakin', and I'm talking Breakin' 1, not Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, this is how they settled things. And yet, leave it to the vinyl community, the VeeCee, and none other than the Breakfast King of Loyola is saying this intro is a straight and total PB Thal ripoff. Those are harsh words. Those are harsh words. I can't help it that I'm also enamored with Ice-T popping and locking. So excuse me. Travis Foley is here. Hello, Travis. I finally woke up. That's true. I did woke up. Now look. Paul's on one. Look, he's already attacking our show topic. We may have to put you in timeout, BK. It may be a show timeout for you. You're just hitting me hot today. Unbelievable. Taking strays. Kendall is here. What's up, everyone? Good day. Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. Hello. Mr. Lavelle is here. Hello. The room is filling out nicely. We always people. This is why we have the long intro. We want people to put their smoking jackets on, get a nice fire going, or one of those electric fireplaces. Whatever you do, welcome. I want the room to fill up. I want people to have full bellies and smiles and ready. And if they want to throw the hot takes at us, I'm ready. Just like Paul. Paul, he's come. He wants my scalp. He's come hard. So we'll see how it goes out. Oh, no. Wyoming Dave is using all caps. That's a bad sign.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable. It's hard to say. Malaya's here. Hello, Malaya. Welcome. Eddie Perez, welcome. Vinyl and Kicks 86. Ice-T, the original OG, the original gangsta. He had a song called Original Gangsta. I mean, that's where it all comes from. Do your homework. Do your homework, everybody. Mark Boyd is here. Hello. Oh, he's coming again. BK is like, "Where's Bong?" Well, he's not going to be here. We had a dispute over that Ice-T video, and he said, "Breakfast King of Oil is going to shit all over you, man. I'm shitting all over you." And I said, "No, Jose, you have to understand that people need to see Ice-T." And so he said, I have to bow out. I'm like, all right. See you next week, Bong. See you next week. Well, this is Surface Noise. I've now learned that you cannot show an Ice-T breakdancing video from 1984 or 85 without just firing up the natives. The natives are restless. You know it's bad when the Vinyl Dreamscape Sean is dropping F-bombs. Where the F is Jose? Where the F is Jose? Can you believe it? Sean is one of the best of us, and even he has had enough of the prolonged Bong absence. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See, even Joel knows. Static ATX Records. Hello, Joel. Says Jose is busy with his label. That's what he keeps telling us. That's what he keeps telling us. Oh, and look at this. Norman Maslow says, Kimbo and I are here watching and drinking bourbon together. What a beautiful image. Are the lights off?
No martini?
Oh my gosh.
Is the fireplace on? It is brand. Guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You put on the smoking jackets, you turn the lights down. Nice little fireplace.
Jeez. What the?
Mazzy went from martinis to bourbon?
That's got to be a Kimbo. Kimbo is making a man out of this guy, finally. Fine, Kimbo, way to go. He'll be smart. He'll be smoking Marlboro Reds by the end of next week. Just give him a little bit. Not too much at once, though. We don't want MAGA Mazzy. That would probably blow everyone's mind. So let's just small doses. Small doses. Dom is here. Hello, Dom. Unhinged, yeah, unhinged. Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. Playing the DRE. Well, maybe we'll talk about that. We talked about last week. We'll talk about this week. So we've got a fun, hopefully action-packed show. But you know what they say about fun? Putting the FU in fun. So, yes, Arnaldo.
Yeah, we can only talk about it because no one, except for Mazzy, has received the Dre.
Nope, incorrect. Mazzy and Steve Westman, two of the biggest hip-hoppers that I know. When I think hip-hop, I think about Mazzy. I think Pacific. No, first of all, I think Pacific Northwest.
I'm blaming Interscope.
Well, something must have happened.
They sent out their promo copies very quick, way ahead of time. But us peons that pay for it have to wait.
Well, listen. I'm gonna play the other side. Once we broke that news, I think we played what I'll call the shame game. Because at the time we broke that news to the general public about the push out to 10/24, and then wouldn't you know, Arnaldo, hopefully this is the case for you. I got an email saying mine had shipped earlier in the week.
Yeah, mine shipped.
So listen, I'd like to think that was just us bringing it to the surface, pointing out the obvious, and maybe Westman made a phone call for us. We're in a period of truce. We're in a period, I know the VeeCee Civil War is something everybody wants, but I'm not out for blood. His Blue Jays are doing real well. He's riding a high right now.
Hold up. Concert Buddy, can you show Lavelle's comment?
Oh, no. The Lavelle is turned on us, too. What's happening?
Okay. See this comment? My buddy told me Dr. Dre's chronic one step is defective. Well, did you ask your buddy, was he at this level or was he at this level?
Oh, no. Unbelievable. Well, I better set my expectations on even lower now that I hear we've got defective product out there in the marketplace. But whatever. I will say, listen, I'm going to give Mazzy a little credit. He posted his video in the Hoffman forums. And, you know, the Hoffman forums, what I like to call the butthole of the vinyl community, you knew there was going to be some rancid people coming after him. And, of course, it happened right in real time. So it was a brave move. I give you a lot of credit. But you still mispronounced Fuigi's this morning. I saw you mispronounce Fuigi's again. So we're going to get you the Lauryn Hill autobiography, Mazzy. It's time. We're going to teach you.
No. You're gonna get him Hip Hop for Dummies, right? You know?
No.
It's kind of like the.
Oh man!
People on the Hoffman forums listen to hip hop. What was the?
What they
commentary?
do?
Really?
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
I don't know about that.
Vinyl Piper is here. Now, Vinyl Piper, controversial figure. He was live streaming right before we went on there. I couldn't believe it. You want to talk about a et tu Brute moment? Look that up, folks. Look up your history books. I felt like I was personally stabbed right in the backside. Guy was live streaming, and he was doing what we call a vinyl flex. You know what a vinyl flex is, Groove Seeker?
When you play really expensive records that are unattainable.
Bingo, bango, bongo. So I was both envious and assaulted at the same time. So I'm glad to see he has ended an armistice, live streaming armistice. So thank you, Chris, and good to see you. Good to see you. Well, we've done enough chitter chatter. We'll get into all this and more. This is what you people came to see. This is what you paid for. You paid the big bucks, and you're here. I appreciate it. Let's do some introductions, and we'll get into current events and all this chitter chatter. I want to welcome. Ever since the contract settlement, this guy has really stepped his game up. And you would think I'd be talking about Arnaldo with the big bucks and the big new contract, the shiny new contract. But unfortunately, it's his tag team partner from the great state of New York. He's showing up early. He's doing his homework. He's training like in Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. He's running the beach, Lil Mac style. It's the Groove Seeker. Good evening, Chris.
Well, CONCERTBUDDIE, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. And I'm just trying to earn my stay. So thank you.
Hey, wouldn't have it any other way. And then, I'm sorry, Music Talk with John. This is a sad day for you because now our friend Jeff Paris, also known Vinyl Record Info on YouTube, check it out, and Instagram, is now probably our leading guest panelist. So congratulations. With that comes no reward, no prize, and just
my reward is being with you guys. That's my reward.
That's like a Hallmark card that somebody should out there write. I appreciate that.
That's right.
That's a great service. Tremendous. Well, Jeff, welcome, and always glad to have you.
Thank you.
And then I can't introduce him last anymore. It's contractually obligated. It's Arnaldo. The channel is Fidelios_frequency. Arnaldo, welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me again.
It's that new computer. You see those fancy graphics? It's that new computer that was contractually required of us. It's the Mac++.
It doesn't always work, though. You know, I still can't get it to work.
Well, apparently the Dr. Dre one step also does not work, but maybe we'll get into that.
The love comes out.
And then rounding out the panel, some you know him, some love him, others hate him. It's the one and only, the incomparable Jason Rojas. Good evening.
Thanks for having me back on, CONCERTBUDDIE. You know, happy Thursday night, right?
Welcome. Yes, and some people listen to us on the pod proper, cheap plug, right after the show, sometimes in the morning, sometimes on the weekend. I'll get some nice, wonderful messages from people all across the world who enjoy whatever this is called that we're doing. So I want to thank everyone who watches this live, catches it on the podcast proper. Now, we're going to do current events first, but before our show topic is the greatest record store, Grail walls of wow. They have many names. We're going to share our opinions there, but we've already got some hot heat takes coming in. This is High Rant District. He says the best wall is right behind Jason. So this is Compliment City right now. This is unbelievable. Jason, how do you feel when somebody says that? Except, did you have the Jessica Simpson still up?
You know, if you like Spinal Tap's Smell of the Glove, like, okay, I'll disclose a fact. I did not get this record for free. I paid for this. I paid for it by listening to it, right? You know, I did not get my Jessica Simpson for free. I paid for this too, you know. But,
So see, now see, listen, this is a friend of yours. Rojas, this is a friend of yours, Joel, again, staticatxrecords.com. He says, Jason has the Jessica Simpson on the wall behind him. You sure you want to stick with that statement, Jason? Friends like these, who needs enemies? Unbelievable.
You know, this one's for Joel Static ATX. Go sub up to him. I disclose if I get any free promos. I don't get any free promos, so I can't shill any records. I paid my hard-earned bucks for Jessica Simpson. You know,
and that's a Grail. That's the only record that's sold in the world of that copy.
Okay, like I'm the only one promoting this. Everyone hates me, you know, but you just wait till Nashville Canyon Part 2. Okay, this is Part 1. Part 2.
Now, see, I wasn't expecting.
Well, you know,
This was to
Mazzy,
be expected. Mazzy says it's actually embarrassing you paid for that one. Jason, how do you respond to that? That's a hard one.
you know, at least I disclose, you know, whatever I want in my videos, you know, unlike some folks, you know. Keep drinking those hard ass martinis, bro.
Bourbon. And I bet you it's a gorgeous bourbon. We're talking about shills. I got to be talking about the gorgeous ones.
Yeah, I think he referenced which one they're drinking. I missed it. Started with.
Oh no, is it name brand or is it that?
Yeah, it was a W. Woodenville. Is that the name of a bourbon?
Woodford Reserve.
Woodenville. I don't know what that.
Oh,
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
I know Buffalo Trace.
Oh, I love Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, I know that one. I've never climbed in a bottle of that, but I've sampled her wares. So we'll say now you know it's a real live stream in the vinyl community when Rob Walker has joined us, and he said this is his 45th favorite live stream. So thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Appreciate you staying up late, or coming up early. I don't know. Is it late or early? I don't know. But yeah, golf clap for me.
Yes, welcome.
Appreciate you.
What a guy.
Gives us an international flavor, so I appreciate that.
See you in Den Bosch, Rob Walker.
We're
gonna. First round is on me for Rob Walker.
Can you ask him about that UK live stream that literally puts people to sleep? Can you ask him to get involved with that and maybe help those gentlemen out, because like it's the substitute for amnesia. If you
Which one is that? Which one?
Oh, we're not going to name names. Maybe we'll talk about it. Just know that some people do this better than others, and it's easy to figure that out.
Is a Great Wall involved? I'm just guessing.
Possibly Windsor Tower may be involved. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What do I know? But good to see Rob in here. We've got some new names. Old Indie Rocker, Woodenville. Yes, it's a Washington distillery. Thank you, Old Indie Rocker, for settling that score. Appreciate you. Anyway, well, let's do current events, guys. I think we've done enough chit and chatting. We got these great graphics. Hold on to your butts.
I've got news for you.
Well, I got news for you. I forgot to remove the graphics. Sorry, Old Indie Rocker. We totally jacked it up. Jason has news for you. What are you showing now?
Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace. So rest in peace, Dave Ball here of Soft Cell. He died today.
We're trying to keep this an upbeat presentation. you just lead with death?
Yeah, man. We gotta go. We gotta go hard. So are these Soft Cell records are selling for $100 now? No? Damn.
Oh. Well, there is the death tax. So I mean I would run, not walk, to your local online distributor. Oh, look at this. Arnaldo.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh,
I had it ready, but I'm glad I wasn't the downer of the evening after Ace Frehley last week. Now it was Jason who broke the ice, but wanted to tribute to Dave Ball.
You needed to save it for the in memoriam section of concert.
We're going to have one. Jeff, great contribution, strong contribution out the gate. We need current events. This is a new restructure in real time. Current events, in memoriam, and then we'll get to the show topics. I mean, come on.
We can do positive topics. We can do that.
Well, I was going to try to lead with a positive topic.
Yeah, maybe sandwich it. Good, sad, good.
Comes out with, that's Allie.
It's like, hey, you know who died?
We should probably do a Deadpool every week and adjust the standings and see like who has left us and who is closer to the end of the road. So I do want to give a quick shout out. I'm going to do positive. So our good friend, Depeche Commode, best name out there, best name in the vinyl community. We've had him on Surface Noise. He graced us with his presence. Hopefully he comes back. He had a live stream recently talking about a terrible bathroom experience. He was having a situation, nature called, and he was sharing the story, and I could totally relate. So, Chris, first of all, thank you for your bravery in sharing that story. Everyone could relate that was watching, at least I think so. I could. And matter of fact, I don't know if it was sympathy pains, but I had a similar episode this week, which maybe we'll get into in the bonus tracks. I don't think people are ready for bathroom time on this broadcast.
We're like starting on the downer. I'm like, hey, Dave died. Depeche
Toilet accents.
This current events is falling apart quick. This is not what I expected.
It's supposed to be about records. I know, guys.
Can I redo it? Can I redo it? Let me redo it.
It's
Let me
too
redo
late.
it.
The rabbit is out of the
come on.
bag, I think. Well, I was going to start off with a couple things. One, and listen, guys, I've already got this. Does anyone know who this gentleman is? This is Derek Day. Derek Day. Anyone familiar with Derek Day?
Nope.
Wow. No one knows. Well, before we went to broadcast, I read online. I read on the internet, so it has to be true. This young man, he's in his early 20s. He's been in some LA bands. He is apparently the new singer of Jane's Addiction. So Derek Day, which I find interesting on a couple levels. One, a very young man who's going to be joining a band of not a lot of young men, older men.
And he is alive, correct?
He is alive. He is alive.
Okay.
I think the
good.
connection is he's done projects with Stephen Perkins, who's in Jane's Addiction. So I think that's how they kind of rope this young man into this role. He's a very theatrical performer from what I learned about in my crash research. And I don't know. I find it very interesting that rather than just dissolve the band or do what a lot of bands do, if your lead singer is just no longer participating like Zach De La Rocha and Rage, they just went out and got Chris Cornell and formed a whole new project. So rather than do that, they're keeping with the Jane's Addiction name. And I guess that means maybe Perry doesn't own that. I don't know. But Derek Day, everybody, this is new information. It's of today. So welcome. Now we're back on track. That's current events. There's a current event for you. See, Kevin's right. Come on, you can't replace Perry. Me, myself, and my vinyl, I'm with you. But now I want to give this gentleman a fair shot because he's giving an opportunity and maybe he'll knock it out of the park. You never know. Now, Lavelle says, I bet Perry Farrell is going to crash the stage when he performs. Possible.
That's nuts.
Get those tickets to that first show and report back. Let us know. All right, so there's one current event. Let me remove this. Another one, which I think you guys are going to have a hard time believing this, but what if I told you there was a reissue label that is now reissuing their own reissues, and they're reissuing their own reissues that they used to sell in a box set. They are breaking the box set apart and selling these reissues a standalone. Arnaldo, I'll give you a guess. Who would you think would have the vinyl courage to do such a move?
Buy now, cry later.
Ding, ding, ding. We've got new news from our friends in Salina. Breakouts, it says, of everything Analog Productions has reissued, the titles that have sparked the accolades, few titles have sparked the accolades, accorded, I think that means afforded, are 45 RPM versions of Bill Evans titles from his Riverside catalog. Now, we're breaking the titles out from that terrific box set for individual sale. Find our first two titles here. So he's got Bill Evans' New Jazz Conceptions and Cannonball Adderley with Bill Evans' Know What I Mean. So
what's the price point on those?
Now, see, I don't know that much. Okay, I just learned about this. My assumption is it's probably in the 40s to 50s. I'll look it up. What do you guys think? Discuss, as Mike Meyer says, discuss, and I will let you know.
$59.99.
$60.
Oh shit, Groove Seeker's on it. So $60 a pop. Wow.
When we broke down the per set cost of the box set, wasn't it $80 per release, right? So we're getting him at a bargain.
Guys, I have breaking news. I'm sorry, I got to interrupt. I've got breaking news. You're not going to believe this. I got to play this.
Breaking news, Sandy Andy.
So Chris didn't get this. I got this. I went to the one of the strongest websites out there, the Acoustic Sounds website, and wouldn't you believe this is what I got? I got a service temporarily unavailable. So hard to believe that clearly the natives are restless. They are getting all these extra goodies. These Bill Evans box set says so much business has come in there. It broke the website, which I find hard to believe because
run by Amazon.
It's the Fort Knox of websites, right? Unbelievable. So there's that. So that's a current event. So I'm curious, and this is pure speculation. Fresh off of a CBS This Morning appearance, maybe Mr. Kassem came back and said, those box sets that were going to sell out 2 years ago and that were still in inventory 2 weeks ago, maybe he just said, break them open and see what you can get. I don't know. it could be
I agree with
speculation.
Mazzy. I'm waiting for them to come out in OJC. Slowly, they're all coming out.
I mean, even University of Vinyl, he's coming in hot. Jesus, just get the Evans new OJCs. Damn, this is really divisive.
Even Craft is being a little divisive because they're putting out portraits, but they're putting it out as a box set instead of an OJC, which it was an OJC at one point. So there's some guilt across all labels here, guys.
Comment of the night nominee, Lavelle is here. He says, "Damn, we need to reissue Chad immediately." I mean, strong words. They're not wrong. And I may put that shit on a t-shirt. So I'm going to star that one. I love that one. It's a good one. Brew Seeker, what do you think about this? You are like jazz. I mean, because again, we don't talk a lot about jazz, but as a card-carrying member of the Tone Poet Society, we want to weigh in here. Like, do you think this is a good idea? Or you got on the site? You must have crashed the site with your orders. Is that what happened?
Well, I'm a little concerned because ever since we've been talking about them, my orders have been coming very late from Kansas City. And I think they're on.
The same thing happened to me. I'm telling you, the same thing happened to me.
I'm out here buying blinds, subscribing to subscription packages, getting UHQRs I don't need, and you guys are just crushing my soul. In a way, it's kind of cool because you can piece together that box set between the OJCs and whatever he's reissued. It's a little bit different than what he did with the Monk. He reissued the Monk box and then 10 days later put them all out as individual titles, which was pretty shitty. At least he waited a couple of years on this one. So I don't fault them. It would be interesting to see if he did it mention in the marketing they're going to break out every title or just select ones.
That was just a blurb I saw on my news outlet of choice, Facebook, and I saw the headline. So I knew, one, I knew it was authentic, and two, they probably just give you just enough information to wet the whistle, as we like to say. So I wouldn't be surprised. Again, my working theory, guys, is that they just broke up in those box sets. They did what we call the Vinyl Me Please McGillicuddy, where they have that inventory in the box sets, and they say, we got to move it. Herbie Hancock box set, rip. Comedy Store box set that nobody bought, rip. Yeah. Buy the individual titles. It's the oldest trick in the book, as Dom said.
We'll Beautiful. See what is it. It's not. I'm looking now. I got on the site filing. It's not numbered. I don't know. I guess maybe it is overstock. That's rough.
Or maybe it's kind of what we talked about before. Maybe they're just reissuing the reissue, which is their right. That's their right as a business.
Yeah.
Just as it's my right to. Yeah. Hey.
I mean, isn't it similar to like ZZ Top, Rhino Hi-Fi's, right? They're unnumbered, not in the box set, right?
Yeah, but eventually we cracked that code. I'd like to give Surface Noise full credit because we were onto that. We were onto that early on. It was numbered, and then you knew they didn't want to leave money on the table. That's just straight business, Holmes. And so when they start coming out with those unnumbered, you knew it was going to happen.
Even though I shared that email with the Interscope Vinyl Collective, did you notice that some of those are unnumbered as well? Some of the titles,
like the 9 Inch Nails, that was one. Yeah.
So I guess they're,
I mean, and what Chris is talking about real quick. So IVC, Interscope Vinyl Collective, it's like their subscription-based thing. We've talked about them before on Surface Noise. I personally think they started out a little bumpy. Coincidentally, Mazzy, take notes. They launched that series also with Dr. Dre the Chronic with a black cover version. The problem is they didn't have any damage extras, and they shipped it in arguably a Vinyl Me Please level terrible mailer, and so many arrived damaged. So they've learned from their lessons, to give them credit, and they've rebounded nicely. But they sent out an email this week, like Chris was talking about, saying, hey, we've got some extras. And to that point, most of them, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, most of them were numbered, except a few. And my assumption is the ones that weren't numbered were simply damaged replacement copies, right? Would you guys?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so to their credit, they got me. I came back and I got the whole Celebrity Skin. They got me. Chris, I think you got a couple titles, right? So
I did. Yeah, they got me.
More power to them. Yeah. Any other current events, guys, that we really need to Wagon Wheel Rojas, get us. Hit that beat.
Here we go. Static ATX and I will be at the Austin Record Show this weekend, so hit us up. We are table.
Children optional. Keep it down, kids.
We're going to be at table 96. Hopefully I got that right.
So is this going to be
We'll
a
be
tag? Is this a tag team effort of new and old vinyl? Tell us what wares you will be peddling, sir.
Are you going to be selling off that Jessica Simpson?
No way. No
No
way.
way.
Sealed.
No way. He's going to get buried
Sealed.
with that one. That's a bury me record. Come on.
So the one that I'm going to sell the most, and I want everyone to pay attention, it's going to be that Fremer LP for $5,000, but we'll trade it for a fraction. Moonblood. We'll trade it, hands down.
Wow.
We'll trade
1
it.
for 1? That's,
Okay.
that's generous. That's very generous of you.
And then I'm going to put a sticker like Fremer comedy record only for seasoned audiophiles.
Ooh,
Only.
no, no. We still are working that one out. The seasoned audiophiles. Like, what is that? Is
The
that Mrs.
McCormick
Dash?
series.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. We're learning as we go. We're learning as we go. Well,
Right.
guys, I hope you have
Rush,
a wonderful experience.
Rush
Yep.
is going back on tour.
Rush is going back on tour. Yeah, those ticket prices were something. Did anybody look at those?
Yeah, on the secondary.
No, the primary,
really?
and the secondary. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know.
I think here's what I think happened. So I'm gonna the last current event I was gonna bring up real quick with that. Foo Fighters dropped a new song today. They're going on tour. They're playing football stadiums now. So they've gone from baseball stadiums to football stadiums. I think Rush and the Foo Fighters and probably a lot of other bands saw this Oasis thing this summer,
Yeah.
and they could not count their money fast enough. So I think you're going to see a lot. This may be the spring and summer, maybe the year of the football stadiums, the oversized arenas, et cetera, because, and I'm sure with that will come the oversized prices. But yeah, those Rush tickets, the Rush tickets were, I think, like I looked at Chicago very briefly. And I mean, you're talking $400 for nosebleed.
Rush?
Yeah, Rush.
Is that 33% off? Is what
Yeah.
I'm using there?
It's 66% of Rush, but you're paying a 200% markup. So
Yeah, my dad immediately bought them for Chicago because that's where we're
Wow.
from. And yeah, and then I kind of looked into the female drummer that's going to take Neil Peart's spot, and
sure.
I don't know.
She had been Jeff Beck's drummer, from what I read.
Yeah. No, it's.
He's probably got some chops, but I mean,
I think it's gonna be good. I mean, no Neil Peart, but yeah, I think it's gonna be good no matter what.
Where in Chicago are they playing?
I think it's United Center, if I'm not mistaken.
So what is it, like
Yeah.
20,000?
Yeah, it's like where the Bulls play. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a standard type arena. But I mean,
Damn.
trying to get that Oasis cheddar. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw him in Chicago in like 2000 and
Was that the 40th?
I think it was Snakes and Arrows.
Okay.
So I can't remember when that was, but yeah, when it was one of their last tours, with all three of them, and man, it was unbelievable. It was,
Jason, we got a question. This is from Immerdoom. Immerdoom says, "Can Joel join the panel and walk us through a map of the area?"
Just watch the VeeCee Social Club, from earlier this week.
Yes. On Mondays, if this isn't enough, go on Mondays, and it's basically like Surface Noise, but with people who know more about records than Surface Noise.
Or join us at the Austin Record Show. We'll walk through the map, and we'll shill some rhinos for you too. Why not?
Dom and Breakfast King of Loyal are pointing out something that's pretty significant. So Wilco's Solid Sound Fest is in June, and Billy Bragg is going to make an appearance with them and do the first 2 volumes of Mermaid Avenue, which is a big deal.
Wow,
So
get out of here. That's awesome.
it is, yeah. They've never done it, so that's a pretty big deal. Not as good as 2/3 of Rush, but
No, not as good as 66.6% of Rush, but you got to keep climbing. You got to set your if you don't shoot for the stars, they'll never hit the moon. Isn't that the expression?
Chance, can you put up Dom's comment?
Hang on, let me find them. Let's see here. This one?
Nope.
There must be more. Let me see. I'm doing a terrible. Here we go.
Oh.
There it is.
Tom says, "No, me, Chris, and Arnaldo are going to go over the NYC subway map to Metro Pavilion."
That new subway map sucks.
Arnaldo,
is
tell us,
terrible.
for those not in New York, what is the problem? I would think
Can we
that
go over it?
Mayor Adams didn't figure all this out. Mayor Adams,
It is
no?
terrible. Chris, have you seen it?
yeah, I did.
It's just like all you see is a bunch of pipes.
This is our segment called New Yorkers Talking New Yorkers.
Wait a minute. Can one of you share the link so Concert Buddy can show this? Let's just. Let's just equal this. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about other stuff.
While Arnold's finding this map of New York Transit, which I know everyone's excited about, I did want to touch on this one real quick. And
That's why we tune in. That's
right.
why we tune into this.
We hit it all. We hit it all. Kevin, me, myself, and my vinyl is asking. Oh, not who on drums. That was your other comment. He's asking about the Danzig vinyl reissues. I don't know if anyone else on this panel got them. I got them. And I did AB. Now, I don't have the setup that Jason has, so that's why I don't go out with shootouts. I don't want to go on the Hoffman forums and take some shrapnel. I just listen to my records. And then I make an opinion. I know it's old school.
Tell us.
Wait, you listen to records?
I listen to the records and I form
sure?
an opinion. I try to keep the controlled variables. I listen to them. I sit in the same spot. I have the same beverage. I set the lights at the same levels. I will say the Danzig one, I'd give Danzig one. That's the only one I listened to and did the comparison so far. I would say I would give it about 65-35 to the original. And here's why, because I feel the vocals are a little bit more out front. I feel it's a little bit more of a rawer sound, if that's a word, a more raw sound. That's not to say the reissue is bad or muffled, because sometimes these reissues are muffled, like they put a wet blanket from Goodwill on top of them. I just felt that they clearly changed something in the mix to probably bring back the vocals and make it on the same level as the instrumentation. And that's a fine way to do it too. But if you don't feel like paying $300 for a Danzig 1, a nice $27.98, great price point, copy of Danzig 1, go for it. They sold out originally, and then they came back in stock. And so I tried to alert a few people. Some are here today. And I think it's a nice thing. For $27.98 for Danzig 1 through 4, solid play. So there's your concert.
But you said it.
Audiophile. I'm definitely not a seasoned audiophile. I'm like a raw audiophile. Is that a thing? Like a raw steak? Like a raw audiophile?
So you said it sounds 2/3 as good as the original.
It's the 66%. It's just like Chris said it earlier. It's the Rush. It's the Rush principle. It's just like Rush. Anyway, but for $27.98, I think we say it gets you about 80% there. Is that how?
That's what I'm saying. Your review should have been like, "This is Danzig Light," you know?
Yeah, this is like like Danzig Zero. It's like Coke Zero. It's Danzig Zero. All right, now Arnaldo has done Arnaldo. Now Arnaldo, I'm surprised you didn't delegate this to Chris, given your contract stipulations. But let's find this. Now everyone is on the edge of their seat. I'm going to switch this real quick. Man, I'm getting good at this. Look at this. What we have here, folks, is this is the subway map that Arnaldo and Chris were talking about. So, guys, for us non-natives, I mean, this looks like, is this a diagram at Michael Summer's record?
Scroll down. It gets worse. Scroll down a bit.
It gets worse than this. Oh, my. This is the wrong rainbow. This is brutal. Look at this.
I also put the old version in the chat.
Oh, no. Now I've got another one. Hang on.
Well, this is what it looks like now.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to manipulate that. So this is the current state.
Yeah. This is all Arnaldo's influence. He's actually worked with the MTA, the money-taking agency, to make the subway map so confusing that out-of-towners will get to the record fair late so he can have all the good picks.
Oh, no, it's a conspiracy. This is the wrong kind of news I want to hear.
Prime time Arnaldo right here. This is why I'm on this.
This is like, can I call it Arnaldo Rivera? Are you related to Geraldo? Is this possible? All right, so this is the current state, the new state. So Arnaldo's been kind enough to queue us up. I'm going to remove this. And then I'm going to share. Hang on. I'm going to show you this is what it used to look like. Hang on a second. I got to switch this. Share this tab instead. Here we go. So this is what they were accustomed to, these guys. I don't know if I can make
make that bigger.
I'm going to try. No, I got to go here. This is a lot of work. Hang on. Let's go here. Yeah, we can. Well,
that's as big as it's going to get.
We're trying. That's, I've run into this problem in my personal life. If I had a nickel for every time a young lady heard, that's as big as it's going to get from me. This is probably.
Well, I mean.
So yeah, this looks. So guys, tell us what we're looking at. Is this better?
That looks more like a New York City. I mean, if you have no idea what the geography of New York City looks like, it's somewhat to scale, right? Somewhat. They shrunk Staten Island, but they had to fit it into the map. But if you click back to the other one, it's just like you have no idea. They might as well just left a blank page, and just put a whole bunch of lines on there, squiggly lines. I don't know how anyone can figure out where they're going and what borough they're going to with the new map.
Can I ask a question,
Yeah.
Matt Yorkers? So Henry's here, and this actually is something I saw recently. Henry S. says, I have a sign that came off of a subway car. I was fascinated because I guess the MTA sells old pieces of the cars, like the seats and the signs. I saw a news feature where people were lined up in Brooklyn, I think it was, to buy all this MTA stuff. There's like a whole niche collectors who collect like used urinal cakes and all kinds of weird shit. I mean, is this, are you familiar with this, Arnaldo?
No, I've never been, but I know that they have an MTA store, but I think that's more kind of like merch.
Right. This was actually
merch.
pieces,
This is probably old
Yeah.
decommissioned cars and things that,
Yeah.
Hey, the MTA will come up with any scheme
Anything.
in order to make money somehow.
No. So Dom is, again, a fellow New Yorker here weighing in. He says, Arnaldo, will everyone taking the G train for no apparent reason? So I guess he means Arnaldo will get everyone to take the G train.
Is a train that goes
while
nowhere
he snaps
near
up the good shit. So this is
nowhere near the WFMU. Just take the G train.
That must be an inside joke. I don't know what it means, but I'm assuming that's probably bad advice for the natives. What do I know? All right. Well, this Mass Transit Minute has been brought to you by
New York.
Sorry, it's in Arnaldo's contract. We got to talk MTA at least once a quarter. So hopefully,
Tom's the one who brought it up. So
fair enough. Hey, look, Paul McClellan, he's here, our new friend. He's been here for I think about a month. Congratulations, Paul, on sticking with us. Not a lot of people stick with us. You're going to find that out. We get a lot of hot and heavies, and then after a while, they don't like this brand of hootenanny, and then we never see them again. So the ones who stick around, appreciate it. He says the Transit Museum is actually cool. So there you go. I like that.
If any other VeeCee streams could challenge us and show maps, and go for them.
Who else is showing maps?
Do so.
Answer,
we dare
no
you.
one. Yeah.
Podcast? You're showing maps? You can't beat this.
Yeah. It's probably not good for our visually impaired folks, but sorry. That's all I can say. Maybe I cut this. Maybe I did this segment. Joel's
Can you put music in the house up too? Sorry.
I can't. First, I'm going to do Joel. He says, again, Static ATX Records, see him at the Austin show with Mr. Rojas. He says, this one wasn't as engaging as my walkthrough of the Austin map. Sorry. Okay, that's
right.
Shots fired.
We showed you where the Stevie Ray Vaughan statue is, okay? In the park. Okay.
Fair enough. And Music in the House says, am I from the future? Has anyone heard of Apple or Google Maps in this timeline? Or is this like the movie Yesterday? Well,
so I just
John Lennon's alive in that one, I know.
I don't know if you're from the East Coast or tri-state area, but if you're spotted looking at Google Maps walking around the city, that's like an invitation to mug me, please. So just keep that in mind.
Mug me, please. A new reissue label coming fall 2026. Novice Nick, hello. He's here. He says, still digging this brand. Now, see, that's a supporter. He says, where's Bianco tonight? Good question. I think he's on the East Coast. He was here earlier. I believe Pittsburgh. I think he's doing an interview with the head of Heinz. 57 varieties. They're getting into vinyl. I'm sorry to David. I'm sorry to spoil it, but Heinz is diversifying the portfolio. Vinyl records from Heinz, 57 varieties coming at you.
I thought he picked up Henry Hill's old Pittsburgh Connect.
Oh man,
or maybe he was going to that was in Ohio, Jason, your storage unit. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, and that's RIP. Those have all been moved south from what we've been told. Air quotes. I don't know about that. Chasing Records says, great. Now we are attacking train collectors. Well, no one is safe, Chase. No one is safe from ridicule, scorn, or bad jokes on Surface Noise. You should know that by now. You talk about a first time, long time. Oh, hang on a second. Eddie's Albums is here. This is a request. Chance, can you please put up the freaking map of Salina, Kansas already? Okay, well, don't have it on the ready. But for next week, Eddie, I got you. What Map Minute, when we bring back Map Minute, we're going to have Salina on the ready.
Probably doesn't exist.
It's on parchment paper. Isn't that what they used to do before scroll? They used to do a scroll. All right. Well, what we're going to do now, we're out of current events and the Map Minute, Metro Minute. The real focus for podcast proper. We are going to talk about our personal opinions. These are opinions. These are opinions. We got a saying where I come from. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. And listen, you're looking at a big asshole right here. This guy. So we're going to talk about, you go into a record store and they got the Grails, they got the Hot Heat, whatever. It's got so many names. Wall of Wow is one that is often brandied about. The good shit. I think, to borrow Dom's verbiage earlier, the good shit. The real good shit. Sometimes the real expensive shit is usually up on the walls. And I'm like a lot of you in the chat, listening, watching our beautiful faces. I'm sure you can empathize, but some do it better than others. So we thought we'd just brandy about, and this is no shade if we don't name you, or no shade if we throw a little fun in your direction. But Groove Seeker, since you're coming in strong this episode with the MTA minute, and you're first here to show up in your travels, and it could be your local too. No shade. I mean, it can be your hometown local. What is one extremely strong record store that has an amazing wall, and tell us about it?
I'm gonna shout out one of my locals. I was just there on Sunday, Hudson Valley Vinyl in Beacon, New York.
Shout out to Hudson Valley Vinyl. We are accepting any kind of endorsements. Just know that Hudson Valley Vinyl.
Yes, it's just a classy wall. It has some of your typical OG Blue Notes. They're a big jazz store. OG Blue Notes, Impulse OGs. But then they get into a little bit of always having something like sealed from the early 90s that you're looking for. And like on the wall, I just saw an Odyssey and Oracle stereo. There was a couple of other heavy hitters, but it's just a classy wall. It's not overwhelming. It's only 3 rows, maybe a 10-foot space. But then they have like a second wall. And it's always got weird shit like only Dom would know on the wall. Price.
So it's the Dom curated wall. Is there a time?
Yeah. That's no shade. That's no shade at Dom. It's just like, wow, I don't know why that record's so expensive, but it's there. And then it's just I like going to walls to see things I've never heard of and kind of researching the music. So yeah, Hudson Valley Vinyl's always got a fresh inventory. They turn over a lot. They always buy great collections, and their wall is not overwhelming. All thriller, no filler. So, yeah, shout out to them. They're great.
Great way to kick it off, sir. Great way to kick it off. Arnaldo, I'm in a New York sandwich. If you're watching this, I'm the meat, and I've got some New York buns right here. So you start with Chris. I'm going to go to Arnaldo. Arnaldo, give us one. We're going to go around with time or two, so don't worry. We're gonna give everyone proper air to breathe on this one. But Arnaldo, Wall of Wow, what's a shop that you think of right off the top?
Well, it's a store that I don't like to go very often because there's always something very tempting. That would have to be Human Head in Brooklyn.
Hey, yeah, they're on my list, sir. Yeah,
yeah, sure. And it's a variety. I mean, most of the Brazilian records that are on that wall, I don't know them, but I don't think there's any that are under $150.
No.
But there's jazz on the wall. There's soul, punk, a little bit of everything. And one wall, I want to say, is at least 5 rows tall and 20 feet, across. And then there's the other wall, which is a little smaller, that has all the Brazilian stuff. But yeah, very impressive wall at Human Head. 3, I would say. Yeah, the one in the entrance, then the 2 farther down, and the very big one. Yeah.
Starting out strong. I empathize that, or I
You've
sympathize.
Been, Chance, right?
I've been. Jason
actually made
I think is his name is
a space on the wall, right?
Oh, I bought so many records they gave me a free tote bag. That's
last time I was there, I was eligible for a tote. So
just know if you get the tote bag that your credit card is going to be smoking. Let's just put it that way. All right, good one. All right, Jeff, it's time.
Yeah.
You ready for this one? Tell us a wall of wow that you got to let us know about.
Yeah, so the walls are interesting, because it tells you a lot about a record store like as soon as you walk into it, because it's more about, what do they find important? What do they really want to showcase, So you can tell a lot about a record store. The one by me that is the opposite of what you guys were talking about. It is overwhelming. It's because it's so big. Is Monster Music and Movies.
Charleston. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a very, very large record store, but its wall wraps basically the entire store, and it's already a huge record store. And I don't mind that, but I also like like holy moly walls, whatever you want to call them. I like walls that I can get close to. Like if you have a bunch of rows of records and then there's the wall and I can't even get near the wall.
Yeah.
And I have to get somebody to like go get that so I can look. I don't like that. I want to at least be able, like, I'm not going to grab stuff, like that's not proper etiquette, but I want to be able to look at something close on the wall. And so if you don't have your wall accessible, I'm not a fan of that.
Great call out.
Just not a big one on that. So that's me.
I like it. All right, Mr. Rojas.
Arnaldo already ruined it.
Oh no, that's the only one you could come up with. Come on now.
Well, because I've known Travis, one of the owners, for a long time, right? Like, sure. And I put the Instagram. I can put it in the private chat, like if you want to show it.
Hang on, we got vinyl flirting going on. Vinyl Piper says Jeff's wall looks pretty nice right now. So Jeff, take that one in stride, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, so you put it in the chat. So let me see here.
So put it in the private chat if you want to show it, if you can load it up.
Yeah, give me a second. Oh, that first record is actually one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's actually it's actually on my list, believe it or not. That's a hot one. Hang on a second. Hang on, Mildred. There we go. Here we go.
Anybody visiting in a couple of weeks, you take the G train. It takes you right to the
right. If you rewind the video,
if you get confused, rewind this podcast. Yeah, rewind this podcast. If you get confused, reference it.
So this record alone, side note, not only is it a very wonderful cover, but this one you never see. And when I say never, I've never seen one in the flesh. I've seen it in this kind of forum online, people showing it, but like this record alone, this is Tomorrow's People Open Soul. Holy smokes. Like this is heat. Anyway, Jason, please.
Well, if you hit next, if you hit the arrow,
I will do. Hang on, I'm almost that savvy. There we go. Oh, look at all this.
No. The inner arrow. Go back.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
The one next to the S, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. This is straight bankroll right here, Daddy. This is and $750, which is not is that, I don't know if it's a first.
It's fair. I was like texting my New York friends, hey, going to Human Head, and then one of my friends is like, I went there, it's gone. I'm like,
oh yeah,
gone.
So I know what people are thinking. If you can't see it, this is the Milton Nascimento record. It's got the two children on it. I'll just say that. What? Help me with the name of the album, Jason.
I
just noticed.
Abde da Esquina.
Yes.
Thank you. And this is one that's I mean, if it's an original, they have 750 on it, which you're like, holy shit, 750. I mean, this one, if it's a true original, this one goes for north of that easy all day, every day. So this could be a second or third. I think I have a third. You know what I mean? Like this is a heavyweight. This is what we call it, heavy. So this is. Let's see what else. There's another one. Oh, Donald Byrd. Look at this, Daddy. Oof. I mean, this is no joke. This is straight smoke. The Clark sisters. I'm not familiar, but I'm sure that's a good one. It's got a little what we call staining, but that's okay. You don't play the Jackets. Now this is, come on. Now Run DMC. Run DMC's first record. This is even I have this. Come on. Vinyl Poser. Even he has this one. Come on. Unbelievable. We got that. Was this Weldon Irvine Sinbad? I'm not familiar. Is this a psych one?
No, it's jazz.
Jazz, okay. Okay, Bobby Hutcherson Happenings. All right. Pleasure. I'm not familiar with this one.
It's
Joyous.
kind of like jazz R&B fusion.
I mean, this guy looks like Stevie Wonder. Dollar Tree Stevie Wonder down here looks fantastic. Oh, look at that cover.
That's one of the best R&B albums.
Don't turn around, Black Ivory. Yeah, let's go.
You know this one, yeah, this is a killer record.
Of course. Like this group will. I mean, if you like the Delphonics, you will love Black Ivory.
Funky
I'm surprised like there hasn't been any kind of reissue on that. I don't think there has been, right?
No.
It's weird.
Yeah, Now this is stuff. It's got to be so good it doesn't have jackets. These are just
12 inches.
12 inches. Yeah, super. Oh, I've seen this one, Super Funk by Funk.
So that's an amazing funk record. Right? It's kind of hard to get.
Sure.
Funk Incorporated, and then
Neil
this
Yarbrough. I'm not familiar with this one.
It's another R&B thing.
Some more Bobby Hutcherson here. Sticko. Pharaoh. Okay. Wisdom Through. Ohio Players. Pleasure. I like it. Oh, the New Birth Disco. This is somewhere I'm really getting into lately, which maybe we'll talk about later, is late era disco / early kind of funk, early 80s type stuff. So, yeah, Human Head for the win.
Right. This place, I mean, as
so New
Arnaldo
York.
said, it's like tempting. You go there and you could just empty your wallet right there, you know?
It really is New York in a time capsule too, in a way. A lot of the stuff they curate.
I think that Club de Esquina was a little overpriced. I've seen cheaper.
Okay.
I've seen cheaper first pressings.
Oh, Ronaldo. All right. Before I'll do a quick one. I know people have already talked about it. The one I was going to key up was on my recent trip to California. Is my first time at Atomic, and their wall is very impressive. It's very pricey. Great advice that I think Rob the Wax actually gave was make sure you look at the records condition, which is true because if you're going to pay big bucks, and there are some smokers. I think even when Mazzy was down there, that video. See, Mazzy, you take a video of everything, but you don't stay on the wall of WoW too long for us to do the Zagruder thing where we stop it and we're able to see what they have. Because that's listen, he wanted to critique us about not taking enough footage in Austin. I'm critiquing you, YouTube man. You got to keep the camera on those walls a little bit longer and let us salivate.
Because it's not about the records with him.
Anyway, they had a record that I just got, which I'll get into. But Atomic's wall, while pricey, it's a straight fire marshal situation. It's a lot of really great stuff. So as advertised, I hadn't been before. I've been to California several times, but I'd never been to Atomic. So I'll put Atomic on my list.
Have you been down to San Diego yet?
I have. I've been. It's been a while. Maybe we'll get into that in the next round. I'm trying to think.
Folk Arts Rare Records.
Folk Arts is a good one. There's Z
one of my
Music. I
favorites.
have to think. M Theory. M Theory is not a bad one. Their wall's not great, but they're a decent shop.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Folk Arts Rare Records, man. I used to go there like every day. Man, I loved that record store. It was so cool.
I dig it.
Did you ever go to Cow Records in San Diego?
Cow, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the cheapest records are.
It's a really cool location too. I mean,
yes,
you could
near the
literally
beach.
throw a rock and hit the Pacific Ocean. It was, and they're so cool in there. Like the owner of that place,
Yes.
he's the man.
Record City, I think, was a shop there that was just kind of okay, if I remember correctly. But again, I'll put them on. All right, let's do another round. Groove Seeker, give us another one. But before you do, I did want to call one out that you and I both know. Paul McClellan says, and maybe it's your call, Jerosa Records up in Connecticut.
That's where I was going next.
There we go. So see, that's what we call, that's the lead-in. This is the lead-in. So Paul, thank you for the tease, and now the lead-in. Groove Seeker, tell us more about Jerosa Records in Connecticut.
Yes, so Jerosa's in Brookfield, Connecticut. It's an amazing store. It's probably the best store to dig in my area because it has their regular bins, and then below the regular bins there's subgenres. Like Rojas would have a blast like pulling up a stool on like a Tuesday morning there and just with nobody in the store and just going through below. Ton of 45s. Now their whole store is a wall essentially. So I wish I had pictures I could show. I wasn't prepared, but I wouldn't say their whole wall, but I would say 75% of the store is a 3-row wall. Alice in Chains Tripod Sealed is on that wall. A ton of early Beatles stuff, Kinks stuff, Music Matter stuff sealed that's out of print. A lot of jazz records.
Chris, watch this. I've got their Instagram.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
So you can maybe we can get a little flavor. Let's see if we can get close enough to the wall. That's new stuff.
Well, that's new arrivals, yeah. But you can see like the way it is, like the whole wall is kind of lined with marquee items. They've been around
His
forever.
name's Jason. We call that the Jason Rojas, where you're
That's
in
the
the ground.
Rojas move right there.
Where
too.
you are where no one else is. That's the Jason Rojas.
Yeah.
Back
Great
hurting.
selection. It's the type of place where you will find what you're supposed to find in a record store, and then there's a lot of gems. Like if you go to the Beatles section, it's like 4 rows deep. So if you're like a new collector, you're gonna find everything you want. It's in Connecticut. It's pricey. Not gonna lie. I think they could be more competitive, but I understand why they're priced the way they are. It's on some things. And these guys, I mean, I would say their new arrivals bin probably turns over every other day. They're just constantly buying collections, constantly putting stuff out. They have 2 people in their pricing and sorting, even on a Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, like this is an example of what came in recently. But yeah, it's a great wall. It's a store you don't really pop in there for a few minutes. Like if you're gonna go, you're gonna spend some time in Jerosa. So shout out to them.
Yeah, there's Kendall, if he's still here. Kendall was my called vinyl record associate, and he was vacationing there, and kind of tipped me off to some of these great records they had on the wall. To the fact that not only myself but Billy Hurst was calling them to make a transaction, and so I was very impressed from that point forward. Started following them, and then talking to Chris, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know those guys," and he kind of backed it up, Daddy. Cool. Yeah. So Jerosa Records. Jeff, what do you got?
I want to show a couple records. Is that okay? This is still a record podcast, right?
Well, it is. But were these wall of wow records, and where did you get them from? Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I have no shame in fanning out. You guys know how much I love Noble Records and in his shop there. And his anniversary drops are, in my opinion, are some of the best anniversary drops ever. And his wall is incredible. I mean, every time I go up there, I get something off the wall because there's always something really, really cool. And it's really hard to find. For example, this Kava Shoot Wide Open I got from the 5th anniversary on the wall. It's like super awesome Australian hard rock. Doesn't get much better than that out of Australia, in my opinion. This is, you guys know this one probably, is Power Zeus, Gospel According to Zeus. Again, off the wall and crazy. And then he just had the 6th anniversary a few weeks ago that we camped out for, and some of the big ones I got, and CONCERTBUDDIE knows this, but Rodriguez promo copy of Coming From Reality. Yeah, holy smokes. I now I got both the kind of the early Rodriguez records I was looking for forever. And then this really cool one, Apocalypsis. This is like a really awesome Peruvian hard rock psych, like hard psych band that, I mean, this was worth the price of admission just because of shipping nowadays, just to find one in the United States and not pay for shipping. So, in my opinion, he's got the most highly curated wall, especially for my taste. I'm in the psych, prog, and hard rock. So
listen, the music in the house says the mayor of the VeeCee, Steve Carlson, trademark pending, just showed that Power of Zeus recently. So that great taste.
There you go. Yeah, good stuff.
So Noble.
Are you going to go out there next year for the anniversary drop?
I don't know if I'll be out there. We're trying. We've talked around about trying to get back out there. I don't know if we'll be that north. We usually are in South Carolina and a little bit south. So we'll see. One of the travel requirements for next year with Mrs. CONCERTBUDDIE is we should go to places we've never been before. So we'll see how that works. So there might be record stores within that, woven in that, but obviously I've been that way. Yeah. So Detroit, I'm putting you on notice, Detroit. I'm trying to work that one out. So D-Town, BK, if you're still here, if you're still throwing some shade at me, Herkimer, if you're still here, maybe coming your way next year. So
well, just so you know, next year, Kendall and Justin and I, my waiting partners,
sure,
we're doing a big next year. We're grilling. We're getting some TVs out there.
Kendall knows me. Kendall says you don't want to visit me again. That's Kendall.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged. Yeah. No, good stuff. All right. So Noble Records, I concur. That's a good wall. Arnaldo, good wall, power wall, strong wall. What do you got?
Well, I don't have any samples. I don't have any pictures, but in the city, I would have to say probably Academy. Also has a very strong wall.
Okay. But
What
there's
about that
multiple
place in
locations. Is
Houston?
one better than the other?
I'm sorry.
There's multiple locations. Is one?
Yes,
stronger than the other?
obviously the one in Brooklyn has more actual wall space to have wall, but the one in the city occasionally gets some heat on there, but not as hot as the one in Brooklyn.
So we call it a medium heat. Medium heat.
Yeah, medium heat. And the one in the city turns around probably more often because I've gone like every other week at times, and I've seen totally different records. Whereas the one in Brooklyn, I don't get to very often, and I've gone maybe months apart, and I've seen that Sonny Rollins way out west still on the wall for like $500 or something. So,
Hang on, are you saying it's an original early copy, or is it
yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
it's the
thousands
original.
of reissues that have come in the last 5 days?
It was still on the wall like 2 months after I saw it the first time, unless it's another copy, but it was still there.
Schmedium heat. We're going to brand that one. Schmedium heat. I think that's probably a good way to put it. What about this comment, Arnaldo? Frank's Music, a New Yorker. He says Academy on 12th is good.
They have very limited wall space, and that's a very small store. You've been there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's where I found. That's where I got. Where's this? What's the story? Morning Glory. So
yeah, Arnaldo's got that Vegas heat. So that Schmedium heat. Arnaldo is on nuclear heat lately with some of these pickups, as we've chronicled.
it's only luck, you know. Sometimes the luck, Lady Luck shines upon you, and sometimes it doesn't.
This is
For
true.
all the seam splits and warped records and big quarters, you know, the universe has to balance out some.
The universe has to throw you a crumb. Yeah, I think you're right on that, Arnaldo. That's probably accurate.
I do want to give a shout out to a store that is in Long Island. I would say High Fidelity, but sometimes I don't get to see what's on the wall because I don't go very often, and it's very, very, very fairly priced. So if something does come in and he'll post some hot record that comes in within another hour, sorry guys, it's sold. So the wall turns very very often because it's competitively priced, but not too far from there, Infinity, that's another one that has very good serious heat. But I've gone there and the same records are still on the wall because they're not as competitively priced.
Is that the one? There's one I always see that is like downstairs, a down stoop. Is that the one? Or what?
No. This is just Long Island. It's just all.
Oh, you're on Long Island. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Long Island. Yes.
Got it.
But yeah, Infinity and Jason and Chris have both been there.
Look at this comment. Novice Nick says Lady Luck likes to watch you suffer, Arnaldo. Wow, that's tough.
What is this?
Nick, what's going on here, man?
I couldn't get Rojas out of Infinity. He told me 4 times he was ready to go, and then every time I turned around, he was in another bin. Like, look at this.
Wow.
No, it's a good store because it's not
good store.
overwhelming.
Right.
In terms, you could go through it fairly quickly, and there's very inexpensive records, very, very competitively priced.
Yeah.
But heat is probably, a tad higher than, I mean.
Yeah.
But you're going to find records you won't find anywhere else. He's got them.
Yeah. I mean, but there are records that I've he'll have the Marquee Moon. I've seen Marquee Moon, right, in other places. Then he'll have first the Wall and maybe some sealed Beatles there.
But does he have Jessica Simpson's latest record? I don't think so.
See, I'm the only one,
All right, Jason, speaking of, again, another great segue. Give us one more Wall of Wow that the guys have not. I'm going to put you to the test. One that the guys have not mentioned yet.
Okay, I did put it in the private chat. Shout out to Breakaway Records.
I will cue this one. I've been there myself.
Where's Breakaway?
North Austin, Texas. Fantastic records, good prices. I've always had fun there. Like, I tell myself I'm only going to spend 20 minutes. That's wrong. Like, I'm there for like a good hour, 2 hours for sure. This
you go
is
there
like
very often, right?
I try to go there like maybe like every other week, not like every week because I'd be tempted, you know. This is bad what Concert Buddy's doing right
well,
now.
this is their latest post. It's like
video.
final porn of 45s, and their quote says, "Hey Austin, local 45 heads and Austin Record Convention attendees alike, get ye to Breakaway." Nice tall stack of
Right.
just at the floor. 11 to
But
7.
our local 45 correctors is, hey, Jason Rojas, and people going to the
Right, he
convention.
knows who I am. Like the thing is, like, and this is funny, and this is for Jeff, right? He had a 13th floor elevators 45. I immediately just like jumped in my car, went in there, and I was like looking
Which
through.
one
and,
was
like,
it?
I think it was I've Got Levitation. No, it's the other one. The one before I've Got Levitation. What's that one? Maybe Piper knows. I think it's the second single, but I didn't have that one, so I needed it. Right, needed it.
Did you have a belt to at least tie your arm tight before you took that vinyl hit?
It was just crazy to me. Like he immediately saw me. Like he's like I didn't even go look at the wall records. I just went immediately to the expensive 45s. Just like, give me this.
Yeah, Breakaway's good. I like Breakaway. I do have to come in correct real quick because I've seen it a couple times. Record keeper 33 RPM and says no love for Chicago. What the hell? Well, you're in luck. I was going to mention Signal Records. Now, I'm actually going to say I used to like the Signal in Wicker Park more than the other one, and I think it's over by the park. Gosh, I'm terrible. I'm the last person I should be talking about. It's not Diversity. That's Reckless. Reckless off Diversity. Excellent wall, by the way. Side note. But for me, Signal, Logan Square, Logan Park. Help me out, Chicagoans. That wall is... Now, Jason was there with me. And, of course, he did the Rojas. He actually went below the stacks. where my eyes went up, his eyes went down. And he was finding, like, cheap heat, no problems.
Right.
Yeah, Logan Square. Thank you, Logan Square. But yeah, so I was like taking things off the wall and making a big stack. Jason's taking things underneath and making a mini stack. You know what I mean? So, but I enjoy their wall.
It was a good time. We had a good time.
Oh, and another shout out to a great store in Chicago.
Oh, here I think Jeff. Sorry, I muted it because you're the noise. So what do you got here? Is that the?
Was that it?
No, it's the next one. It's Reverberation.
Oh, Reverberation. Oh, gotcha.
I didn't have that, so then.
Yeah.
Once I got it in my hands, I was like, whoosh, like.
Yeah, nice.
Like, man.
Yeah, like that. Any other ones? We'll call them, I won't say honorable mentions, but others. I'm gonna read some off. Let me read a couple in the gallery real quick, and we'll do one more quick round. Let's see. Paul says Red Squirrel Records in Wellington, Connecticut.
Good one.
Wallingford, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, the trick about him is that he doesn't really like any other music other than black metal, so then you can get a good deal on other records. That's the trick, right? So if he
100%.
has a rare record, he'll probably underprice it low because he doesn't like it, right?
Vinyl Piper is obviously talk about shilling. Record Safari's wall on Black Friday at 10:01 a.m. is always great. They have a nice wall. I agree. Record Safari doing good. Dave is here. This is My Own Devices audio channel. He also is familiar with Seasoned Audiophiles. Seasoned Audiophiles. Go over to Dave's channel and you'll learn more about his deep dive into Seasoned Audiophiles. But he says Vinyl Archive wall in Rochester, New York is enormous, but so high up, I can't read the small price tag. Yeah,
he's
coincidence? Right. I think not. Coincidence? I think not. Tom's got one. High Rant District says the best record store wall? Discogs. Wow.
Whoa.
Discogs. Tom, is this true? What is that? Discogs. Let's see. Emmer Doom. Merle's Records in Orange, Connecticut had ridiculous prices. There's another vote for Red Scroll. Okay. Seaford, the turntable in Fantan Alley in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Okay. I'll have to take your word on it. And then, so Frank, again, Academy on 12th is good. You find a lot of good stuff there. So, yeah. So
if your wall is overpriced, you're out of the running. You might as well just be a museum, you know? Like I don't know why. I think a lot of it has to do with like if the record owner gets a lot of inventory. If they get a lot of stuff, then they They keep it moving. They keep it priced well. But if they're just as excited about it as like everybody else, then it's like, all right, this is never selling. You're gonna price this crazy, you know?
I can appreciate that. Yeah, Dusty Groove, pretty good wall. I would say excellent website. Like Dusty is, if you've seen my videos, I don't really do videos as much anymore, but Dusty Groove's website is top tier. So I can appreciate them. All right, let's do a lightning round. One more.
I totally agree with what Jeff was saying.
About the pricing it too high becomes a museum.
Yeah, I mean, captured tracks, that whole 90s collection that came in. I mean, I went 2 weeks later. The pill is still there on the wall. The denim is still there on the wall. Had they been 20% cheaper, maybe 25% cheaper, they would have moved them really fast. But then again, you know, they're waiting for the sucker who wants it so desperately, and they'll hang on for a little bit, right? They'll hold out. Let's say this hold out.
Well, I always find it interesting because I think it's part strategy, part stubbornness. That they're waiting for that one buyer. Okay, that's your business. You're waiting for that one person who'll pay that one price. Okay, but aren't you in the business to make money? And conversely, after a while, if you have that same high heat record up there for months, while cool to look at, it becomes like stale, right?
Exactly. It doesn't look good for who's coming to your store regularly.
Right.
Doesn't, you know.
Even if they move it somewhere else or to an adjacent wall, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they think it's merchandising, right? They're like, oh, I'm gonna repurpose this wall as the whatever. I mean, yeah. So there are stores out there that
it's like that. It's like that one record store, Discogs. They, you know, some of those guys put up records on there, and they don't even really want to sell it. They just price it like triple of what literally every other listing is, and just hoping that some sucker is going to come in and buy it.
Right. That's why I say the sucker.
Yeah. Like what? Like what are you doing? Like this is what?
Speaking of museums, Kevin recommends the Analog Productions Vault, the Vinyl Vault. Which, if John Bong was here, I'm sure he would have nominated the Vinyl Vault as a nominee for virtual wall of wow. More like a museum, but you know, museum.
Or right. Like, what's that place in LA?
Oh, Rockaway.
Rockaway, yes.
Rockaway. Actually, Rockaway's on my short list because their wall records are terrific. But
I've never been, but if it's like the plastic that they bring in and put on the tables there at WFMU, dilapidated.
That was just a traveling showcase, right? Like they actually. Like, first of all, you have to make
PR. That was just PR.
That's true. Yeah. And they had some neat. I mean, they do have neat stuff to their credit, and their wall is very strong, good quality in terms of condition and so forth. You have to make an appointment. Except now they're doing appointment-free Fridays, which I think is a curious choice given that it's a very small space. Yeah. So anyway, good stuff. All right, let's do a lightning round real quick. Arnaldo, I'll start with you. Give us one more quick one to give us a dessert on top of this buffet of.
Another interesting one is A1 in the East Village. Very interesting.
Arnaldo, I got to stop you. Kevin says Arnaldo hasn't been outside the 5 boroughs. I
just gave you 2 record stores that were outside of New York City.
He was saying, yeah, come on. He was saying upstate.
Well, when you have so many great record stores, right?
So A1, I'm sorry, Arnaldo, A1.
You know they hate me there. They just hate me at A1.
A1, very interesting. Had up until, and I saw this, I've seen this record on their wall for months. Every time I went, I almost wanted to bring it down, but the cover was really beat up, like really beat up. And it was D'Angelo's Brown Sugar. I'm sure it's gone by now.
I assure you that.
How much was it? How much was it?
But it wasn't even that expensive. It was like maybe a little over $100. Okay. But I think it was mostly because of the condition of the cover. Yeah, I'm sure it's gone now. I haven't been there in the last week or two. So,
well, they
have a really good wall, and it's very weirdly priced. You know, there'll be things that are fair, things that are overpriced, and things that are slightly below what you would have to pay for that record. So it's kind of like it's not very consistent. Maybe they're not. Maybe they want to be fair. Maybe they're not up to speed. But yeah, A1. I'll just give everyone else a chance.
Okay. All right, Jeff, you got one more for us? You got another one to throw out?
Yeah, I'm just going to shout out my super local record store, Black Circle Records, here in Somerville, South Carolina. It's the smallest wall that you could possibly imagine in your head. Like, basically, they probably shouldn't have a wall, but they do. They still stick it out, even though it's a little shop. And they're great. The magic's in the bins in that place, though.
The magic is in the bins. I dig it. Groove Seeker, you got one more for us?
I don't, but in general, I love when I go into a store and they have a rare header card in their bins. I like to just dive right into that. Or like if you're at a show, I like that instead of a wall. To Jeff's point, like my first mention, like he makes a great point about being close to the wall. That's why I like Hudson Valley Vinyl, because you just bump into the wall there and you can actually lay your hands on the record.
What about records? What about stores that won't let you touch the wall records? How do you guys feel about that?
Don't
I can't.
Don't get me started on the Jimi Hendrix. Jesus, he would not let me look at it. I had to look at it in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what happened?
What happened?
I need to hear this.
Hang on, Arnaldo, can we do story time with Arnaldo real quick, because this is a good story. Jeff's our guest.
Make him big.
I'm gonna make it big. Yeah, story time with Arnaldo. Everybody, tell us this.
I'm not going to name names. It's a store in Philadelphia. They had a Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland on the wall.
U.S. press?
No, it was UK. Nudie cover.
Nice.
Okay.
And I wanted to see what version it was and what condition it was, because it was I don't even remember how much it was. That's how it's irrelevant at this point. But it was definitely something I was worth spending for that record. So I asked him, is it okay to look at that? He's like, what is it that you want to know about the record? I'm like, well, I'd like to see the condition because it's high up on your wall. I can't see it, one. And two, I'd like...
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
So he takes it down, removes it from the sleeve, the inner sleeve. I mean, the outer sleeve. And I'm like, kind of like motioning. And it's like, no, I'll show it to you. So, okay.
I'm out. I'd leave the store. Like, this is how you do it? No.
So I was like, can you flip the cover? Like, okay.
Gosh, you played along?
Can you open the gatefold so I can see what it's like inside? And then I'm trying to, because I can't see, I can't read anything, the fine print. I can't tell what version it is. So I flat out ask him, it's like, is this a first? And it's like, no, this is not a first. It's probably a second or a third. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So you can put away. I was kind of like, dude, you're making all this fuss for it's not even a first pressing, and you have it overpriced if it's not a first pressing.
You missed a good opportunity. You should have seen how far he would have went. Like, can you please read the dead wax to me?
No.
Thank you. Can you please hold it in this angle so I can see it a little bit better?
He told me that it wasn't a first pressing, and he looked at me. What, are you crazy? This is not a first pressing. Basically trying to tell me if it was a first pressing, I would have added even a higher price to it.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
somebody like that, I would have to mess with them. I'd have
that wasn't even, it could have been maybe 200, 250. I've touched $500 records in my hand. I've had record store owners let me look at $500 records, but it's like, it's not like a very, very expensive Grail that you're holding here.
Arnaldo, I think we've solved another mystery. Chasing Records says, Arnaldo, that's probably the guy that has your Cars album.
Yeah, for me, it's an instant turn off if you can't see the goods that you're buying.
Felipe is here. You know him from the Jazz Rums. He says first pressing is only mandatory for olive oil.
God forbid I asked him, can you play it? Can I play test it?
Oh, Arnaldo, no way. He would. That's like asking for his firstborn. There's no way that would have happened. Oh, incredible.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Jeff, you asked, we delivered. Rojas, got one more for us.
Sure. Last place that I like to go to, shout out to End of an Ear. It's South Austin. When I saw this bad boy on their wall, it was, this is
Love
back.
It First Sight. Love It First Sight. Is it
Midnight, Vultures. I saw it on the wall. I could not look at any other records. It ruined me, I was like, damn, I don't want to pay that money. I was like, how do I get this record? And so I brought records to trade, and I had to get it. No, I mean, worst album cover there ever was, probably ranks among like Andy DeFranco covers, right? Shout out to Joel. But when you see this bad boy, I don't know why this isn't getting reissued. I have no idea, Maybe we have to call Danzig and ask him what was the way.
Yeah, how did we get Danzig across the finish line but not Midnight Vultures? That's a great question. All right, one more or two more real quick from the gallery. Notes and Tones is here. He says 10,000 Hertz and Opelika, Alabama is a very good wall. This is true. And I think that's Russ, packs his records excellently. Chef's Kiss. Dave, if you're still here, I know you love this one. Russ knows what he's doing, and I've bought some stuff from him a couple times. Actually, this is how we tie these two together. If you go there right now, go to this website, try this at home, 10,000hertzrecords.com. You know what you'll find in I think they call it the collectibles, or I forget what they call it. You'll find Midnight Vultures for $500, just to let you know. So we call synergies. I'll throw a quick one out there. I would be probably not doing us a good service if I didn't mention the homies at Amoeba Records. Amoeba is always they have multiple locations. Obviously, the Hollywood one finally got out there on this last trip. It's the same as it's always been. They get a lot of collections come in there, and you got to do a lot of neck workouts to kind of see what they have. However,
bring binoculars when you go to Amoeba.
Or if I was tall as Chris, I would just look to my left or look to my right. But no, the San Francisco is not one to be slept on. Berkeley is okay, at least my opinion. San Francisco has what I'll call the traditional, because they're like the old Hollywood location. They used to be kind of concentrated. They had 4 big walls. Now Amoeba Hollywood's got poles. They've got some in cases now, and then there's just a lot to look at. So Amoeba, as expected, they're one of I call it the kingpins of the record store biz at this point. But I say Amoeba is where it's at. Yeah, see, Jefferson's here. He says Amoeba Berkeley, first and best. Now, I've only been once, so it's maybe a small sample size, Jefferson, but my heart belongs in San Francisco, and that's where I'm going to give it. Because I've told the story. I did the Amoeba Triangle for my 40th birthday, and I did them all over the course of 2 days. And we took the Chance Express to fly down to LA just for a quick one to make sure I hit them all within a quick range.
What was the best record you got from that?
Oh, from that, gosh. I'd have to go check the Chance archives, but I do remember, and I wouldn't recommend this for anybody. So Metallica is putting out these collective box sets of all their albums, and I didn't jump in until I think maybe Ride the Lightning, so I missed Kill 'Em All. And San Francisco had that in the bins of all things, so and a fair price. But I had to haul a box set with me for the rest of my travel in San Francisco, then fly to LA for a day, then fly home. So I wouldn't recommend hauling a box set if you are on the move that much, because it was very stressful.
They're pretty big too, aren't they? Aren't they pretty fat?
Yeah. So it was just stress, personified. Because not only did I have to pack it right, but then fools touching my stuff, my luggage, and all that kind of deal. But yeah. Anyway, well, we've run over time. This will probably be maybe its own segment. I'll have to figure out how to parse this out, but we'll wrap up podcast proper on the extended version. I want to thank my guests. Stick around. We'll do a quick little bonus tracks. I'm sure we got more stuff to talk about. I want to thank my guests. First and foremost, our returning guest, Jeff Paris, the channel and Instagram handle Vinyl Record Info. Jeff, always a pleasure. And again, congratulations on now being the lead in our guest visits derby? ? And
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Anytime. And then the contract says I've got to do him no more than second sign off. It's Arnaldo. The channel is Fidelios_frequency. And just put out a new video. Check it out. Smiths. Did I see that thumbnail right?
That is correct. Yeah. The best B-sides.
Best B-side. So Arnaldo, always a pleasure, sir.
Thanks for having me, Concert Buddy.
And then you know him, you love him. And if you don't know him and love him, what's your problem? It's the Groove Seeker. Chris, it's always great to have you on, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And then the biggest Jessica Simpson fan we know, the one, the only, table 96. What was the table number this weekend?
Table 96, Austin Record Show, Friday,
Boom.
Saturday, Sunday.
Listen, you can listen to this podcast as you walk the Austin Convention Center and walk to table 96 while you're hearing this now. So, Jason, good vinyl luck to you and Joel this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be fun. You know, I know we're making fun of Jessica here, but give this record a chance. Give it a chance, okay? Just open your mind. I'm not asking you to drop acid or, smoke a doobie or have another bourbon, Nashville Crayon. Nope, Nashville Canyon. Little slip there.
Oh, it's Freudian.
Jessica Simpson.
Congratulations, sir. Powerful. That was a powerful presentation. Now we're in bonus tracks. It's going to be a shortened bonus tracks because we went long on the wall of wow, which I thought that would be a good topic. I've been holding that one in my pocket. I was waiting for Jeff to come back and just unleash the wall of wow. Maybe we'll bring that one back. Maybe we'll recycle it as something else. Arnaldo, I see you grinning. Are you going to make fun of me?
Jose wasn't here. Otherwise,
Jose
it would have been the tomato lady.
The tomato lady, yeah.
Oh.
Well, listen, you've heard the tomato lady has kind of changed. I don't know if the inflation or the tariffs are getting to her or something has changed her whole vibe because, Bong does not mention her as much as he used to. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe was there a trouble in paradise? Maybe, I don't know. Hard to say.
Maybe she watched Surface Noise and is a little ticked off.
First of all, there's no maybe. Second of all, we're not bilingual, so hopefully we weren't too.
Well, you'll be surprised. I get people telling me that the automatic dubbing of YouTube is actually quite good. So we're all going to be dubbed with Spanish.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Listen, YouTube finally coming through. It's about time. Been looking for it. There's a couple of so real quick hitters. I probably should have done this in podcast proper, but by the time people listen to this, it'll already have happened. But a couple of my locals are having milestone. Jeff was talking about the Noble 6th anniversary. Shout out to Billy Hurst and Riverbend Records celebrating 5 years this weekend. That's where I'll be Saturday morning. They're bringing out some real heat. Black Flag, OGs. I saw Bad Brains.
Yeah, I saw his Instagram flips. It looks like some really good stuff.
Yeah, he's not kidding around this one. He told me ahead of time. This is inside baseball, but he said you're going to want to be there. I was already going to be there. That's my guy. But he's like, you're going to want to be there, and he's like, watch the flips. And he's I call him Herstradamus. Herstradamus was correct because he's got some real good stuff. So that's good. And then
what store is this again?
Riverbend Records,
Riverbend.
Godfrey, Illinois. And he's got a really cool shirt. He's got an Ozzy-inspired anniversary shirt. So follow him on Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. And who knows? If you find a record you want bad enough, I may be convinced to help you out. I'm just saying. And then, of course, another anniversary, coincidentally, the homies, St. Louis proper, Planet Score, Tim and Joe. Great guys, great shop, 10 years. So I will. I'm gonna be making the rounds a little bit before I have a family function. So shout out to a couple of my locals doing it the right way. So Jeff, what else is going on in the world of vinyl record info? You did a collaboration with Vinyl Piper, a controversial figure here in our vinyl community, talking about psych records, or was it psych? Like a psych. What was going on with that collaboration?
I'm just trying to find somebody to talk about psych records with me. Nobody will like. I hear all these like jazz live stream guys, and then I just kind of like. So I like to talk about psych, prog, hard rock from the late 60s and early 70s, and so I'm just trying to find somebody to talk about the stuff I like with.
Listen, this is what we call vinyl matchmaking. Is there anyone else out there that likes psych records that is not Vinyl Piper and is camera ready to join our good friend Jeff here for a conversation about the topic? We we'll take applications. This is an application for your situation. We're gonna
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I like to come on here and bug you guys with psych records, and that is one of my favorite things to do. But it would be cool to do like a dedicated psych prog.
Here you go, Mark Boyd. He says,
thing.
"I speak psych." There you go.
There you go.
Let's go. Here you go. Kimbo, Dana Kimbowitz is a psych guy. This is true. When we were kicking it in Chicago proper last year, matter of fact, he was all about getting the cheap psych. So Kimbo, I think at one point was a YouTuber, and then I think he realized that maybe it's not worth the squeeze. So he's in the shadows. He pops up in videos here and there, but come on, that's what we should do. And this is true. Vinyl Dreamskate, I am setting up play dates for the VeeCee. I don't call them play dates. I call them vinyl connections. VeeCee, vinyl connections.
That's right.
No finder's fee. Groove Seeker, you don't listen to psych music? I mean, we're trying to, you listen about everything. You don't need Ultimate Spinach or one of these type of things?
I listen to it, but it's pretty expensive to obtain some of the stuff I like, so I just stream it. That's the problem.
That is the challenge. That's right.
That is the challenge. It's a high barrier to entry for a lot of psych stuff, unfortunately. But there is so much good psych cheap heat out there that it's you just gotta dig and do a lot of research, unfortunately.
So this is one. So yeah, Psych Derek or Derek Psych, I forget how it goes. He's one of Nebraska's best. It's a very low bar, but he's one of the best out there from the flyover state. He talks a lot of good stuff. Hang on a second. The doctor is in session. Dr. Johnny Fever is here. He said, "I'm a psychiatrist, if that helps." I don't know.
It's close.
It's close. I'm not sure if that's going to get us across the finish line, Doc, but never know. Well, anyway, good stuff. Arnaldo, I know you're getting excited for WFMU. You're kind enough to share the ticket link is finally live. I was able to procure my ticket. I'll be working out my visitation and my my requirements, the linen count, and all those kind of things. You've been kind enough to put me up, and so I got to make sure that the rider conditions are met. So we'll talk about that. But have they at least shared the seller table information? I didn't see that far.
I did not. I didn't see anything.
Because Arnaldo, listen, when I came last year, Arnaldo came correct. He had a packet, like a welcome packet, and he printed one out for me, which I appreciated greatly. And it had all the tables, had all the deals, kind of what Jason showed earlier about Austin. Is he had the map? He was all strategizing. He was all about it. So I can appreciate that. I know Dom.
And we got to cut the line.
Well, hey, shh.
Controversial, man.
I mean, I know not what you speak, but there is that might have.
I'll give you a heads up. They're going to have two separate lines.
Whoa, why? Are they going to have the YouTubers and the
No, they're going to have because you'll have people that are getting in line for the early bird, and then people that are not early bird that still want to be among the first to get in when it's, what is it, noon or 2? Whenever
10 to 12 is the early.
So they're going to have two separate lines to speed up the access for people that are. No, there was a friend who was holding a spot for me. That's it.
That's
not cutting. Yeah, that's not cutting. That's not butting or cutting. That's holding a spot.
I'm not going to lie, Arnaldo. I thought you said there were going to be two lines, one for record collectors and one for seasoned audiophiles. But...
Are you early bird guys at record shows?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
First of all, Jeff, less people.
Yeah.
1 and 2, you get first access to all the good stuff. Now, maybe the deals aren't as
unless the dealer lets in his friends who rack up all the good records, and then you get there. Oh yeah, he was already here.
You're not talking about Jefferson, are you?
No.
You can't be talking about Jefferson. No.
Yeah, I got a whole stack of records that he put aside already. Damn it! It's like, dude,
it's like 2 minutes past, and there's Jefferson, and he's got nothing. I'm like, oh, what are you looking for? He's like, oh, I already got it, and he points, and there's a big old stack behind his friend's table. I'm like, JD. So don't feel bad about our cutting the line, Arnaldo, when you've got that kind of.
I know, right? That's like the royal cutting.
Yeah, early bird and the last half of the day of the last day. I feel like those are just the two. Can't get much better than that.
Yeah, I think that's the they call it the power hours. I think that's where it gets. Oh yeah, this is the old trick. Jefferson says I was a vendor, air quotes vendor, guys.
Yeah.
But in fairness, I have learned because sometimes I go into other communities and they're not going to find this hard to believe, but I go like the vinyl game community. They will tear you up. This is a big no because the YouTubers in particular who are filming content go for the early bird or they get pre-access or whatever, and they're making deals already, and they get roasted like marshmallows by just the viewers who will just annihilate them. Or the old vendor trick like Alex Rodriguez likes to do in Austin, where he'll have a table, but he doesn't start selling until literally the last day.
Or he's not selling. He's not.
Buddy, you don't have a press pass? What the hell?
Working on it. I'm but a wee small channel, me lad. I have to continue to. I'm not. If I was a seasoned audiophile, I think they would send me the press pass pro bono. But we're working on it. We're working on it. So yeah, that's good stuff. Jason, what kind of stuff are you bringing to Austin? Can you give us a sneak preview? Do you have a flip video you can spoil us?
Oh, that's awful. No, absolutely
I think
not.
it's helpful. What are you talking about?
Why is that awful? I love flip videos.
Wait. So, are you using the Jefferson excuse as a vendor to have?
Oh, this could be controversial.
No. I will sell my Beatles mono box at the Austin Record Show. And
Your second one?
No, my only one. Don't need it. Don't need it.
All right, there you go. The bidding has begun. It's who's ready for the mono box set?
So you're selling one box set, so you're a vendor. That's it. That's all you need to do. You need to sell one record.
The 2025 version?
No, 2014.
The OG.
Yes, the OG. the OG.
OG.
Let's not kid around.
The OG train.
I have a small stack there.
Because the 2014 sounds better than the 2025 because that was the OG.
I'm going to stop you right there, Arnaldo. You are not a seasoned audiophile, so you cannot make that proclamation, Arnaldo. The gall. Come on now. Only seasoned audiophiles can weigh in and let us know if the reissue of the reissue.
Because it's October, we're pumpkin spice.
As a joke, Arnaldo, I thought about putting all three MoFi box sets on the table, like the Sinatra, the Rolling Stones, and the Beatles, and like just put a sign like, if you know, you know. That's it. Like, just show it off. Like, man, here it is. The only time you'll get to see all of them.
Now, this is a hot take. Elliot Cruz is here. Lazy Dog Records, if you're scoring at home, says a flip video is better than a shootout, hands down. Now,
okay, it depends on Elliot. We'll have to get that hearing test, Elliot. So,
actually, great question, Jason. Are you going to be administering hearing tests at Table 96 this week?
Sure, I could do that. Sure, man. We'll get that hearing app. We'll give you one of the best headphones, Baradynamics, and we'll see.
Well, again, I hate to say this, but unless you're a seasoned audiophile, it really doesn't mean much. And that's if we've taken any lessons from the last 2 weeks, it's pretty much that.
I mean,
you gotta click the button when you hear Taylor Swift or Jessica Simpson.
That's right. There's a thing like Arnaldo. I might be selling the UHQRs like at this thing.
Holy smokes! Jason's unloading all the audio files.
Did you unload the sign to Taylor Swift yet?
No, I mean that's
a good chance.
This is a hot one, man. But we'd have to protect it, right? If I turn away, some Swifty's just gonna gun us down, right?
Jason got a question. Paul wants to know: is BK will Jason have golden ears for sale? Golden ears for sale.
That's right, Fremer, the comedy record at $5K. Unless you can trade for Fraction, Moonblood, right there. Hands, fair trade, right there. Done.
We've got new friend, and I think I'm going to pronounce this wrong. A Supreme Love, not a Love Supreme. A Supreme Love says someone needs a shirt that says seasoned audiophile.
Should I show the picture? I think it's my picture, right?
Yeah, let's throw
See if I can load it up.
Let's
see if I can load it up for you.
My man. Hey, I'm all about it.
Are we going to each have one for WFMU?
What, a T-shirt?
Yeah, a seasoned audiophile T-shirt. We'll all walk in with the T-shirt, and maybe we'll run into you know who.
Okay. So, well, I think he would be hard pressed on this one. You know,
he could take a joke. He could take a joke.
He can take a joke, of course. Yeah, no problem.
I don't know. Coming soon.
Coming soon to the Patreon gift shop, Surface Noise gift shop. We'll yeah. See, look, Jefferson's on board. He said that's a great idea. So Jefferson, maybe you kind of talk to your T-shirt guy. I think you got a guy on standby that makes excellent paraphernalia. Dr. Johnny Fever says satin jacket. That's probably a good one.
Yes.
Wow.
We could be like the pink ladies, like in Greece. We could have
seasoned
audio files in cursive and a satin jacket. Oh man, that'd be tough. Now Elliot's. I don't know if Elliot's a seasoned audiophile, but he says, Jason, I was hearing stuff 30 years before you were born. If I've lost a bit over the years, I'm still ahead of you. Look at that. Tough cookies.
In your face.
Yeah, in your face.
For Elliot, we'll do a flip video, right?
Well, you just said you have a little stack. Can you tease us to appease us, Jason?
I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not ready for it. Nah.
All right. Well, I don't want to put you on the spot. I mean, it is. We don't want to lose the architect of Surface Noise / VeeCee Social / the Sunday Shootout. Actually, are you gonna shoot out, or are you gonna be at the record show Sunday?
I think I'll be there a little bit later. Maybe I'll go in early and then do the stream early and then
do a late one.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if this is true. Chasing Records says that he thinks Melinda will be there selling her Purple Rain. It sounds like there will be plenty of spices there to buy it. That could be. I don't think.
For everyone talking about that, I will go buy it this weekend, and I will do the shootout with actual evidence, and I'll put that link to the 4K video. So we'll get this beyond, we'll have evidence. Which song do you want to hear? When Doves Cry or something else? Arnaldo,
let's go
which
crazy.
One?
Come on, let's go crazy.
Let's go crazy? Okay.
Go crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's time to settle this, right?
All right. Well, I like the sound of that one. Here's a good one. So again, new friend, a Supreme Love asks, can I ask a question for everybody? Yes. When it comes to a rare record you want, if it's too tough, is it okay to settle for a reissue? Now, this is great. This is a great question. Groove Seeker, where do you weigh in on this? Is it a cut and dry answer, or does it depend?
This is my holy moly, mostly reissue wall behind me. So,
wait a second. Those aren't all originals. You're out of here.
Yeah, I think it's that's the point of a reissue, is to get your hands on something that you can't pony up the money for. So
it is the music stupid. In the end, it is the music stupid.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that. Arnaldo, what about you? I mean, is it originals or bust? I mean, there is a gang or a group or the Crips overseas called Original Buyers Club. I think that they've cornered the market on elitism over there. But
I'm totally for a reissue if it's worth it, if it's well done. And I don't want to say, unless I find a 5 Leaves Left that is the way I want it, right? I'm happy with my 1978 box set, right?
Yeah.
Which is the closest I'll get to. It's a reissue, but it's a reissue from the late 70s, so it's the closest probably I'll get to the original.
Well, hang on. This is a good. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to give you Arnaldo Rivera. I'm going to give you a follow up from your brother Geraldo Rivera. How close? What's the price point, and how close you want to get to an original 5 of these left? Those are pricey. So is it something you'd go to like a 72, a 76, or would it depend on the price?
It depends on the price.
Okay, so the price is the ultimate decision maker there. Okay.
Because I mean, I did see one. It wasn't a 5 Leaves Left. It was a
Pink Moon, Brighter Later.
It was Brighter Later.
Okay.
And it was a later 70s press, which was reasonably priced. Mm-hmm. But since that is not really the most difficult one to get, I kind of prioritized. Let's go with the first one, which is the harder to get. But to add to what you were saying, so I finally got the Karen Dalton record.
Oh, okay.
Well, I showed it to you guys, and I got the reissue. I'm thinking of trading in the original, and I know it's blasphemy, Jose. I'm glad he's not on here.
Jose would he would go nuclear on this one. Wow.
Because I don't think it's 20 times or 30 times better than the reissue. That's my opinion. And it's not a record that I love, that I need to have the original. Make sense?
What condition is the original in? Is it?
Oh, it still has a shrink on it.
Oh, damn.
It has a shrink on it. It has a punch hole, but it's VG+++. Near mint. I don't want to say near mint, but it's like VG
near mint plus. Is it near mint plus?
No.
Near mint minus.
It's a very strong VG plus.
That's the thing about your thresholds too. Like I'm pretty picky. That's why it's hard for me to find an original.
And that's why I was like, I'll get this. I'll get it. And then, I like it. It's not my dream record. We're talking a dream record would be Nick Drake. It's not Karen Dalton. So it's all very relative. Maybe super important to Jose, and I'm glad he's not on because he'd be, shitting on me. Or wanting
this is vinyl safe space. Without Bong here, it's the vinyl safe space. Right.
But that's why it's all very subjective, right? For me, I don't care to have OG Blue Notes. I'm perfectly fine with all of those reissues, whether they're Tone Poet, Classic, if they're pressed well, and the OGCs. I'm loving them. I wish they would put all of Bill Evans out immediately because that's totally for me. Someone else may say, "Are you kidding me?" But it's very subjective. If you're into what you're into and you want the original, as long as whether it's marginally better than the reissue, it's up to you.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
I would have way less records if I was just looking for good, clean originals that fit my profile. I would not have as many albums as I have. That's the other thing. I want the music, so it's definitely a trade-off. Like when we did the UHQR shootout, which Steely Dan was that? Jason, Asia?
Is Asia.
Yeah, and I said to Jason, this coming from me, I was like, this isn't $75 better. It's so you got to start to do that analysis and figure out if it's that much of a difference. So,
two quick hitters. We've got a wonderful group tonight in the chat. The panel has been killing it. I'm just going to give ourselves flowers. Hit that like button. We're approaching a hundo, which is a good number for us. So would love some likes or dislikes. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It really doesn't. I'm not sensitive like some of these other Nancys out there in the vinyl community. But the other one I wanted to point out is Norman Maslow is here still. He says, I've been selling my pricey OGs to you kids and keeping solid reissues. It's just the music. I rarely need the artifact anymore except for a small handful of artists. If this is true, I'm going to book a ticket to the West Coast again, and I'm going to go through your shelves, buddy.
Breaking news. He's getting free reissues. Get out of here. Don't listen to this. Man.
I'm not gonna
don't listen to that shill. Get out of here.
Listen, if we're talking shills, you gotta be fair and balanced. If that's one, we've got this guy in Germany who is
of course
who's been pilgrimaging his audience for years.
Sure.
For years. There's a guy in a coma he stepped over to keep getting more records.
Sure.
So let's call it like
it does work both ways. I agree.
Fair enough. Oh, good stuff. Jeff, where do you land on this? Because I think you have probably a balance. Let's call it a healthy balance of some OGs, like you just flexed on that Rodriguez coming from Reality. But then I believe you have the Blood Moon reissue because that is there's only a few people that want to reach for those stars. We don't know who they are, but we but that's the great dichotomy is that that's that's up here where this is here. So where do you?
Obviously I'm a first press guy because vinyl collecting for me is half my brain is the collector side where I really like collecting and the history of it, so that the first press really entices me, and then the other half of my brain is about the music and I just want to listen to it on vinyl, right? So I'm fine with getting a reissue if I know that it's something that's going to take me a very, very long time to get a first press of, or I know I never will, like Fraction Moonblood, for example. I'm fine with my reissue. I'm never going to get an original Fraction Moonblood. I'm fine with that. What I do have an issue with is, if there's a $500 record, say, and the first press is $500, and the second press, like the year later or a couple years later, whatever it is like $300, I'd rather just get the $20 reissue. Like I don't try to get as close as I can to the first press. If I can't just get the first press, I'd rather just spend $20 on the reissue if I know I can't get it, and just try my hardest to get the first press. I think people are pretty notorious with that with Blue Notes. You get like a 57 Blue Note, and then the 58 is like $100 less. But like it's so hard to if you even want to sell that, people don't even want to buy it. It's like, why am I buying the second press when I could spend $100 more and get, that you get into that weird gray area where, if I can't get a first press, I'd rather just have whatever the nicest, cheapest copy of the reissue is. A 2025 reissue is completely fine in that circumstance.
Well, let's close the loop on what we were talking about earlier. So Dave is still here. So Dave is here. And he says that he has a 78.5 leaves. It says a decent pressing. Now, Jason, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you've sampled each of these from an OG to a couple other. And your critique or your observation was share it with the class, because I think it's.
Well, hold up here. I don't own the OG as our host here. Our host got that fire, But
I might do a live stream right before Surface Noise next week playing the record. What do you think now?
But
flexing.
I couldn't hear any difference, But this is with the UK pressings, right? I don't own the US pressings of this, right? So I think I own the second press. Well, I don't have 5 leaves left. Like I maybe have the second or third pressing of 5 leaves left. But I have the first pressing of Pink Moon, and then the second pressing, and then the one from the box set, the Fruit Tree. And I compared them, right? And I'll make the video if you want, but there is no difference between the first and second UK pressings of Pink Moon. There you go.
There you go, Arnaldo. So I've saved you approximately $500 right there. Right off the top.
Go get that second, and I think the third pressing is the same.
But Pink Moon's not my favorite. I love all of them. But I got to start with my favorite. Well, I mean, hipsters. Hipsters have made Pink Moon.
Hipsters? Whoa. Yeah, that's our core audience.
Right.
Hipsters, don't
First
listen
album
to
is
this
better.
guy.
Look at this hipster.
It's cool to
wax my mustache real quick while Arnaldo
It's cool to we'll have a whole other stream on it. Come on.
Yeah, this is right, Jerry. Look,
we're
eating ourselves, Jefferson. We're eating ourselves. Friendly fire on the panel, indeed.
Put a poll right now. 5 leaves left versus Pink Moon.
Wow. Oof. Now we've got a healthy chat out here. This could go. Let's see. I got to hit this. Engage with the audience. Start a poll. Add an option. Look, I'm going to do this in real time. All right. So we're doing, and this is just the albums. This isn't the pressings.
Just the album.
All right, so this is for all you Nick Drake fans. Here it comes. This is the Ultimate Battle Royale. Hopefully, I spelled that right. I probably didn't. And then let's see, Pink Moon. All right, here we go.
I just sold Pink Moon 3 days ago. It's crazy. Man.
Best Nick Drake album is. All right, here we go.
And what version did you sell?
First US.
All right, folks, we've got a poll. We don't do these often, but we're doing them now. Get some answers, because this is a house divided. You've already seen it. We were coming apart at the seams. I probably shouldn't win here. There may not be a show next week. This is going to get really hot and contentious, but we're here, and we're going to do this. Oh, is it already over?
It's over.
Oh,
I'm watching it.
Oh, no.
We're going to go to Wolf Blitzer in the Situation Room.
Yeah, Wolf, we're gonna
So
go to you.
funny.
You're on the floor. Can you confirm how the voting is going? Do the Republicans have the votes? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
Rigged.
It looks like the hipsters are coming out in masses right now, Chance.
Oh,
Rigged.
no.
It's gonna be hard to swing the 5 leaves left into contention here, but anything can happen. It's still early.
Hang on, we've got a surge of voting from Mayor Adams, who has got out of the race, has endorsed Andrew Cuomo and Pink Moon. Apparently, Mayor Adams has endorsed Pink Moon as the best Nick Drake album.
Arnaldo, just don't concede. It's fine.
No.
Don't concede.
Don't concede.
Don't accept it.
Fight
Don't
this
accept
one out. Fight
don't
this
accept
one
the
out.
results.
Oh no, John Bandy is here, and he says the one he doesn't sing on? ? Oh no, is this?
Oh, Bandy coming
That's
in.
tough.
Yikes.
That's
Yikes.
tough. Oh man, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. All right, let's give it about another minute. We need more votes, guys. We've got over 90 people watching this sorry sack of a presentation, and we've only got about 23 votes. Come on now, Wyoming Dave, use your 7 accounts and vote 5 times, please. Wyoming Dave, we need you. We need you tonight. Come on now.
We're going to zoom in on the Williamsburg, Brooklyn section of the voter turnout. They could have a real big swing here as the hipsters are really filing behind Pink Moon right now. Still at 50%. This is going to be tough.
Where are the old
Don't
folks? Why aren't they voting?
Yeah,
They may not know who Nick Drake is. Arnaldo. Just gotta go hardcore, you know.
Oh, this is savage. This is savage. Now, Mark Boyd says 5 leaves wasn't in the Volkswagen commercial. That's true. And then Mazzy counters with, I drive a Volkswagen, so you know the answer.
Mazzy, what a disappointment.
Don't grow up to meet your heroes, Arnaldo, I think is the takeaway there. All right, I'm closing the poll. It's been long enough.
Rigged.
It's the final votes. Hang on. I think I've even got music for this, and it's not real impressive, but I'm very unorganized in my drops. I think eventually I'll have this super tightened up, but for now, we got about 30% of our viewers apparently in the votes. Number 1, Pink Moon, 56%. Arnaldo.
How many of that was mail-in though?
Yeah, how many of that was
mail-in? You know.
Yes. Come on.
The
5 leaves left.
sample is flawed. These are all under 40 people that are voting.
Wow. This is our core.
They weren't even alive when Nick Drake they weren't even born when Nick Drake was putting out music. Rigged.
Alan's right. Hanging Chads. Yeah, we did the paper ballots for the olds, but the youngs have come in and they've come correct. They've come with authority.
I got breaking news. Apparently,
real quick before that, Elliot Cruz wants to know: will his vote affect his Social Security? I don't think so. Check with us Monday. So breaking news. Hang on, I got you.
Apparently, the older demographic.
Hang on.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, Groove Seeker. What do you got?
Yeah, this is just in the older demographic that Arnaldo was looking for. Couldn't figure out the YouTube poll voting system. So there's some inherent cultural bias in the system. We'll be looking at this.
You probably didn't even capture David's. David's just showing up now. David.
David. Look, David is booking, and this is a great way to close because he was here at the beginning. He said hello from Pittsburgh, and then he is now saying, and this is our panelist, a surface noiser, David, Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion, says, "Don't say hanging Chaz in Salina. Don't say hanging Chaz in Salina." I like that, Bianca. Very well. What about KRWD asked a question? You forgot the pregnant Chads. Yeah, the pregnant Chads didn't make the cut this go around, but what are we going to do?
We have a vinyl flex coming in from the Rojas corner. Let's see what
just go. Yeah, bro. Just do it.
Wow.
Just do it, man.
Is this going to be for sale at table 96 this weekend?
We'll trade this for Fraction Blood Moon. Yeah, for sure. This one too.
Moon Blood.
Yeah.
Is it Moon Blood?
Yeah, it's Moon Blood.
What about Blue Bloods? Can we get seasons 1 through 14 of Blue Bloods in exchange for Nick Drake? Yeah.
That's right. Right.
Excellent.
Blood Blue.
Hang on, we've got more breaking news. Golly, the more we run, the longer news we've got. Unbelievable.
Breaking news, Sandy Andy.
I think David meant Susan Rogers.
Yes. So David's not with us, but he's with us, if that makes sense. And he says he's dropping a video, not dropping a deuce, not dropping a load. He's dropping a video on Susan Rogers, who is an engineer, I believe, that worked with Prince a couple times. Her reaction to the Prince Purple Rain. I believe you mean the Because Sound Matters, the controversy that's out there? Is that what he's talking about?
Wait, stop. She's not a seasoned audiophile. Her voice cannot be taken seriously.
Disqualified. I'm sorry. I know she worked with the artist, David, but that doesn't mean you're automatically a seasoned audiophile. Arnaldo's right. Arnaldo is holding us accountable. That is, sorry. You've got to have a card that says seasoned audio. You have to sit in a room
or the shirt.
You have to sit in a room at a Holiday Inn off the Jersey Turnpike and listen to a record with another group of old seasoned audiophiles, and that's how you get the card. It's the only way.
Speaking of Susan Rogers, I recommend her book. I don't know if you guys have ever read this.
I haven't, but look at this. A Libro.
So she obviously was Prince's engineer. Then she produced the Bare Naked Ladies big album in the 90s and then just got out of the music. I think it was that one. But she got rich off that. Well, she got rich off a lot of things. But then she dropped out of the business and she got her PhD in neuroscience.
David, how do you make neuroscience? Look at this. Bruce Seeker bringing it. What's the book called?
This book is cool. It's called This Is What It Sounds Like, and it basically helps you understand why you like the type of music you like. So it goes through the explanations of it. Then there's like a playlist, so you actually listen to the songs that she references while you read the book. It's pretty cool. It's worth a read.
Okay.
Get it like for $10 or $15 on Amazon.
For the 40% of our audience that does still read books, I highly encourage you.
Who didn't vote in our vote just now?
Yeah, apparently. I guess that rush.
How many people are watching right now?
Oh, we're still pushing 90. We're still
only 53 people voted.
Yeah, but
I think it was less than that. It was
below the age of 45.
Yeah. It was a whopping 27. Arnaldo.
It was not reflective. Voter redo.
There it is.
Boy, that's not a sore loser. I don't know what it is.
Recount spirit. When their mind is fresh at the beginning of the street.
Just keep running it until he wins. Just keep running the poll until he wins, and then we'll close it, and that's the official one.
How many YouTube counts has Walter created in the past 10 minutes back there? I want to know.
Sleeping.
All right.
Now, hang on. Now, this isn't nice. Seaferg, who I thought was a friend of the show, is this what we call friendly fire? More like over-seasoned. The cackling for the 700th seasoned audiophile drop was a bit old last month. Ouch. That almost hurt my feelings. I see what you did there. It almost hurt my feelings. Just for that, I'm going to cackle some more. Come on.
Well, we can't crack jokes on VMP anymore, so
we got to
We could.
Whoa. This is a hot. Chris is just full of information. What do you got, Chris? Tell us.
Okay. So I contacted VMP. I had to text them. And it was kind of an automated system, but eventually I started saying, like, I just want to speak with someone about the credits that you owe me. Can you get back to me? So they actually said, okay, we'll connect you to a live person. So like a day later, I got and this might not be anything that nobody doesn't know. I got a message back from somebody and I'm like, listen, I have all these credits when you guys close. Like, can you tell me how you guys are going to make right on that? So they send me a link, and it's a link to sign up for another membership. And I was like, okay. So I respond back. I said, this is a link to sign up for another membership. And they're like, well, yeah, if you want to get your 20-something credits that we owe you, you have to sign up again to use them.
What?
So I had to sign up
for I cackle real quick.
Like, I was just like, wait, so you owe me 22 or 24 credits. So I can get 24 free records, essentially, based upon whatever they owe me. But in order to get that, I have to sign back up again to get the 24 free records. So I'm like,
I believe they call that a Ponzi scheme. Is that a Ponzi scheme?
Just a little bit.
What's the minimum membership you have to sign up for?
I think it's 3 months for $120. It's like 40. They put it back down to the original. So
and your monthly record, your record of the month, and you get to choose it, or they send you whatever they have left over.
I can't even get like media to understand what I could even choose from. So I don't even know what's in the inventory.
But if you bring 4 people into your sales team and then push their credits even further, you could stack. You know what I'm saying? You could really build something here.
For every person you get to rope into the scheme, you get another.
Maybe
a second.
Maybe I'll finally record a YouTube video and put the VMP promo code in the comments so everybody can use it.
That code is not CONCERTBUDDIE BUDDIE. I can assure you that will save you nothing at Vinyl Me Please. Novice Nick, that's really racy. He says bend way over, not just bend over, bend way over. That's scandalous.
Yeah, chasing records. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I'll send you the screenshots of the text messages if they're working.
Oh yeah, Chasing Records says Groove Seeker, does it come with a new railroad tunnel map? That could make the difference.
Sad.
Railroad.
I just want my Fela box. It's not going to happen.
Breakfast King Loyal, he's calmed down now. He came in hot earlier, but he says he also got an email from them saying he's got an email saying he had no credits left and invited him to rejoin so he could use them all. Okay, there you go. How nice.
So then they said, I forget how the conversation went, but they said
to quote our friend O'Shea Jackson, better known as Ice Cube, we call that no Vaseline. I think that's exactly what that situation is. Yes.
So then they said something along the lines of, well, like about how many credits I had. I'm like, I don't know. I can't even log into your site.
You don't even have a website, fools.
Like, yeah, it was pretty annoying. So that's over. I'm out.
Listen, it wouldn't be surface noise if we weren't bringing up Vinyl Me Please. That's some people's favorite topic, and it's like a virus. It just won't go away. It's
sad.
It's just there, and their social media is back working. They're reposting people playing the old records, so that's something, I guess. But
never used it. Yeah.
You're not missing much, Jeff. We tried reaching out to the new Brain Trust, and we thought they were going to come on, and we were even told that they wanted to make right by the vinyl community. That's a direct quote. And then, like a lot of big high echelon people in the vinyl community, they ghosted us. So not surprising there, but I think if I had introduced us as seasoned audiophiles, perhaps that would have opened the door. I'm not going to cackle. I don't want to upset anybody. I'm just going to giggle. I'm going to giggle on that one. If that's all right.
But you got to think of it. It's like a bass, and then you just like there's the Vinyl Me Please at the top here, so it's kind of like this shape, with the bass here, like that, right? So it works if you think about it. If you don't think about it, it makes sense. So
yeah, if you're making a lot of sense, I can't deny that. It's making a lot of sense. The shape really took me.
Yeah, it's the presentation. Yeah, visualize it. So.
Nick, this is it. Novice Nick says, "Lube you, please." I think that was maybe an option for the rebrand, but I don't think that they took that. Now we're gonna end it with this. Me, myself, and my violence, Kevin. He says, "My birthday is Monday. Vinyl Me Please has not wished me a happy birthday or a 1% credit on my next order." Well, screw them, Kevin. You go out, you go to Target or your local Urban Outfitters and treat yourself to the same record that Vinyl Me Please would have offered you, a Sam Hunt, maybe I don't know.
A record.
Yeah, or maybe a record you didn't want in the first place, but they sent to you by accident, and then enjoy yourself. Well, thank you. Chasing Records, this is the way to end it. He says, that sounds like a seasoned laugh to me. I think you're right. When you achieve the next level, it's kind of like a video game. Think about like Final Boss. I'm not there at the Final Boss level, but I'm kind of like maybe King Koopa. Maybe I'm there. That's what they play when you get your seasoned audiophile card. They play the Mario drop. So I want to thank my guests. It's always a pleasure. Arnaldo, Groove Seeker, Rojas, and then returning champion, Jeff, Vinyl Record Info. Always a pleasure. Jason, you better put some oven mitts on for some of that heat you're showing here at the end. Those are.
We just got to go heat it up. You know what I'm saying?
The heat is on.
I like that Shazam.
Pricey.
I like
Very
it.
pricey.
Wonderful.
Right.
Excellent. And then there's more coming up. Yes, Nate Mars live streams. Check your local listings. All right, guys. Good hang, good bang, and I think that is all sure. We'll do it again next week. The same bat time, same bat channel, and see you then.